No, it does not go down. Holy. That was so close to death. But meanwhile, it looks like Zeteo is going to get eliminated from this matchup. Bunker is in the orange. It's now in the red. Zeteo's calling dead. And GG for top left Zeteo. Yeah, I think so. I think what they're counting on is if they can eliminate top left, it's automatically going to force a 4v2 against bottom left. I think that's their plan. Look at how close that bunker was to death, getting pushed back. Otacon and Kurto going for the tank snipe.
Oh,
they're going to get the tank.
Huge. It's game changing right there.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Oh, but Cyrus is maybe going to be able to get that bunker up because everyone's pushing towards middle right now.
Great cut there from Otacon and Cyrus. A little bit overextension though, it looks like. Oh my gosh! Like if they get the SCV snipe.
To get the SCV?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh,
poor
boy.
Cyrus. Looks like both bunks will get canceled.
Over trigger with that Reaper composition he has.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so it looks like it's pretty much all on trigger. I mean, RC is trying to just rebuild, so he's trying to do what he can.
Yeah, but
if he gets this, he's going to be able to definitely win this game, I believe.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Wow! Trigger saved
1,500 points on that bunker left.
Yeah, what are the upgrades?
Upgrades whatsoever. It just melts. They're gonna keep rolling.
They might even get a second one right now.
He dumps 3/3 armor, but it's already 50%
he's
down in health.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh!
So close, so close.
It goes down.
Wow.
But at what cost though? Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah, they're okay. Well, top left just saved them from utter destruction. All this sniping
going for the bunk, and he got it. I actually would not have done that in game. So good shit, dude. Good play.
And I'm surprised we saw this last game too. Actually, from Oblivion, he got punished with this early supply. That seems to be the thing going on right now. All right, guys, welcome in. This is going to be the first game of tonight's Saturday night games. My name is Draconis, and joined with me is like an entire army of people that we will try to not. Well, of course, we start with the pause right away, but we got Peter Griffin in here. We got Cash IR, Sofa, Fred, Trigger, and Technique, also known as Technique, I guess. So I was about to say it, but I figured I want to say it there. So how you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
There's a lot of people who were checked into this match, which is a great sign, and unfortunately I got rolled out, so I'm going to be here to help watch the game.
We couldn't do it without you. I don't think the game could actually progress without you here, Fred.
Oh, okay.
It's a team effort. Team effort.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just focus on looking around and stuff. I like to have a close eye on my competition before playing anyways, and there's so many of us here that I'll let you guys do most of the talking.
We should just focus on one person, each of us. There's enough people in the caster lobby that we can just specifically follow one particular.
We could do that, but Draconis has to watch as many angles as he can so the viewers can get the full experience here.
All right, while we're paused, let's talk about predictions first.
Okay.
Go ahead, guys.
So Ambi's been having a bit of trouble there. He's had his graphics card on extreme, and I think it's been giving him some less FPS or something. So we'll see how he goes here.
Yep. And before we do predictions, we can introduce the players. In the number 1 spot, we have Oblivion and Ambidextrous. Team 2, Starduck and Relentless. Team 3, we have Puck and Kurto. Very strong team. Team 4, Cyrus and Junis. So
I think
Cyrus and Junis
every
or
team
Puck
here
or
is
Kurto.
pretty strong.
I got bottom over top.
Here's what my prediction is. My prediction is Kurto and Puck are going to be the top scorer, but I think it's going to go into a late game situation with top right dead, and it'll kind of be more focused on Puck and Kurto as the power players, And I actually think neither of them will win. They'll end up getting killed, and it'll be in between Oblivion and Ambidextrous and Cyrus and Jonas. And I'm gonna give Oblivion and Ambidextrous the edge there and say that they win the game.
I'm going to go down and say bottom left will win the game. I think top left is really strong as well, and I really should be supporting top right because they're both Aussies and they're representing Australia right now. But yeah, I got this on Cyrus and Junis.
Oh, and Puck is going to get horribly cut right now. This is awful for him. And we'll see how if they can get a good trade out of this. And yeah, his partner comes, and it looks like he actually gets out of that pretty scot-free. It looks like he was in a pretty bad position there. And he's actually going to end up winning the engagement and getting even further ahead of his lane. I think Kurto and Puck are going to snowball too much. I think Puck, I think it's just inevitable.
First nuke by Ambi, he goes for Starduck and Relentless, but he only gets Starduck. And
counter nuke by Relentless. It didn't work too well for him. I think he only got about 20, 30 units from that nuke.
Who did?
From Relentless. He's counter nuke there. Which really helped Starduck, though, because it took out Ambi's units, but Ambi still got a bit of a lead there.
Ooh, Cyrus is doing this. This is a dangerous cut for Cyrus, though, because I feel like he has less units. And he's going to try to get this mineral palette, and that's going to make him...
he's got a better content. He's got a better... Oh, look at that.
Oh, there's the nuke.
So Cyrus nukes Oblivion, and before that, Junis nuked Puck. And Cyrus and Junis are now in first. Which is bottom left.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good move to nuke there, but with Kurto coming in and helping, and this is what I like about playing with Kurto,
he
helps his lane, because now the supply difference between Puck and Junis right now, Puck's, even after being nuked, is still ahead of supply.
Kurto nuked Relentless and is now in first place.
What do you guys think about bottom left using both of their nukes?
Uh-oh, I hope Starduck doesn't drop. He did drop the last time I saw him lag like this.
Guess I never thought of that. You can resume from replay. I never thought of that. Why didn't I never think of that?
Yeah, I know.
What does he mean by resume from replay?
You can watch the replay and then
you can watch a replay and go. Yeah.
Yeah, but how does you?
But can you get spectators in there?
It's a good question.
I don't think.
Yeah, Starduck just his computer just crashed.
Looks like there's a curse going on. Dracona seems to be having computer problems too lately.
We resume from replay?
Only one crash. Only one crash.
All right. I won't overstate it.
I wonder who's going to leave last.
All right, guys. One moment while we get this set up. We'll be back with you guys shortly. Thanks. Stay tuned.
Or what if Peter Griffin?
All right, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. We had to do a quick recovery of the game. We're jumping into it right now. And they're just setting it up from where was the last point where everyone got disconnected there. And hopefully we can get moving on with game 1 of the night here. Looks like we still have all the same observer controls. And here we go.
Countdown.
That's cool.
Sick. That is sick.
Yeah, maybe we should just start the game and then resume immediately from the replay for the countdown.
Yeah. Cyrus gets straight nuked right back.
Yeah.
You have to wait
An
that long.
immediate nuke.
That's
You get control from a different player?
Yeah, you press the whatever their number is in the game, you just press that number on the keyboard, and that gives you a view of that.
No, I think you meant play as a different player, you mean.
Yeah,
from a
as a
different player.
player.
Yeah, I think you can if you when you're watching the replay, you can. Yeah.
So anyway, back to the game, guys. And I'm noticing right on.
Set up different scenarios like with that then, like.
That could be a cool training method to start the game where Trigger left off in the exact same position of games where he won a 1v2.
Again.
I noticed, thanks, Jack. I noticed right off the bat that Junis's upgrades compared to Puck's upgrades are pretty
Massive.
scary.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. That's given Junis the lead there. Puck's playing very standard. I know he likes his 3 regen, and he's another firm believer that range doesn't do anything for you. But now that Junis has 3 range, I think it does give him a little bit of an advantage there. So 21034 for Puck and 44335 for Junis. What would you do in this situation if you were Puck? He's got 600 minerals right now.
I've noticed he has been doing a low upgrade start in order to rush out his first bunker, and I'm not sure about that strat, but he seems to be trying to work it into his new build.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could actually work out pretty well considering he's still got his nuke. Junis does not, and bottom left, none of them have a nuke, so he probably will get his bunk down, but Junis is catching up really quick. Junis is at 500 minerals versus 650 for Puck.
Yeah.
So he may be the first one to actually drop considering his upgrades give him a massive advantage on anyone on the board right now.
You see, Puck doesn't mind that. Puck's strategy is he doesn't mind his lane being a little bit fed if his lane will consistently trade with him. Because he knows the game. The way he looks at the game is it's all about income. So whenever you're at 50 supply and you're not trading, you're effectively losing money.
I really like that move there. That was an ambi move there by Puck. He went in there and sniped Cyrus's SCV with 4 or 5 Marines. Very, very good for him.
Yeah, and he gets a mineral pallet. That's nice. And he's going to come in and help Kurdo against Relentless.
Kurdo's ready to bunk. Kurdo's got the money for it. He's sitting at 1100 right now, but he doesn't have any positioning to do it.
He's getting it, and Puck's going to help him with the map control a little bit. But Puck can't take these trades against Jonas. Jonas just eats him.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he's got going for him right now is he can bunk now, and when he bunks, he's going to have to nuke Junis. So that's going to give it away. I think as soon as he nukes him, that he's going to be building. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, especially.
I think he's going to rematch. I think he's going to rematch.
Junis just got pulled. Junis just got pulled 100 there by Cyrus.
Here goes Puck's bunk, and I think Puck will throw turrets down before nuking.
He doesn't have the money.
Oh, that's true.
And he's got to split out here. Junis really needs to split out if he's going to prevent himself from being nuked. I don't know how much.
Oh no, he's
going to
be surrounded, and instead of he saves the nuke. He now has map control over Junis. He can go potentially cause a disruption. No, that bunker's going to go up. If Oblivion had sniped the SCV there, then maybe that gets.
Well, I think it really comes down to what Ambi does here, because if he backs off, I think Junis can get resupplied and have an upgrade advantage. This is where Puck's strategy is risky because he doesn't have any upgrades there. Junis can come in and actually deny that right now because he's got the resupply to back it and the upgrades.
Yeah, but Puck's gonna get some assistance from Kurdo. He throws a turret. I think with the turret, he's safe.
Ambi getting a couple bunk snipes, SUV snipes. The Kodo, unfortunately, sitting on 1,400 minerals. If I was in Kodo shoes right now, I'd probably be doing some upgrades to getting my minerals down to about 1,225, so I can throw a bunk.
I'd be doing the Fred strat right now, man. He's at 1,500 now. I'd be merking and taking a Marine.
Yep,
yeah, that would go
is
good
better.
too. Yeah, merking is good at this point. Yep.
Better than waiting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially when you got 1,500, may as well. Sitting on the extra 600.
I think Puck might nuke to get it, or Puck's just going to help him and allow him to get it up.
Starduck just nuked Ambi, who was putting pressure, and now Ambi's about to be one of the only players without a bunk. Actually, 3 players don't have a bunk. Ambi, Kurdo, and Cyrus just put his bunk down right now.
Check out Ambi's upgrades, though, like 62354, very aggressive before second bunk. Very aggressive.
Yeah, and that's a really good trade right there for Kurdo and Puck. They're going to gain map control, and Kurdo's actually going to put his first Reaper bunker down in Puck's spot. I think he might be doing the Oblivion strategy.
Yeah, that's probably next cab off the rank. That
next why Ambi went so much into armor? Was it like did he mean to do that, or is he trying to go for rods and he's just doing the upgrade?
Yeah, I think he's prepping a pre-rod strategy. He comes out with these weird and wonderful ways, and one of his recent things I think is going heavy armor, heavy regen first off, not playing a 2-2-2-5. And you can see here, look at this shield tower going down. That's going to prep and cover the Rorder space. So I think they might actually go for it. The thing is, there's no nukes. The last nuke of the game is sitting with Puck, so I don't know if they can get it down. Puck shouldn't be nuking diagonal, but if there's a good feed there, if there's a lot of people there, why not?
I think this is it. I think it's going to go down.
He's merking. No, he's merking. He merked instead.
Interesting. Wow.
I think that was an
playing
accident.
a Fred. I've actually heard him. I've heard him commend your merc play. So he might have been practicing this throughout the week.
Actually, Fred playing. It's not really Ambi.
Yeah, Fred. That's it. He's got map control right now and playing on another computer.
Yeah, right. And I can see the entire map.
No, that's not true because he's still got his nuke. It's not Fred. Yeah.
I think
Cyrus
he wanted
coming in.
But he just didn't feel confident that the other players would let him take it. So that's why
How do you guys feel about everyone's position right now?
Well, Cyrus and Junis at first and second place is going to be, I think it's going to have a snowballing effect because these guys play well together. They're both long-term players. So if they get too much of a lead, they're going to be the first ones to be gangbanged.
Yeah, that is very true. I think Junis may, unfortunately, get overzealous here, jumping into shield tower fights. And, even both Relentless and Junis, even though you're ahead, you should never trade with your lane in a shield tower. And they're actually going to snipe the shield tower, so that's kind of good.
I think Junis is in a position where he can do that, just purely based on upgrades. Sitting 5 armor, 4 regen against 4 attack and 4 attack and yeah. So
but there's also combat shield and mercs. You remember, Junis hasn't worked with Marines. So Puck actually has a very strong army, and look, you just saw it kind of devour him there. And I think that Puck's going to mount a bit of a comeback here.
If you look at Red here, Relentless. Check out Relentless's upgrades here. He's 8, 5, 3, and 8. He's able to trade actually pretty darn effective right now on Kurdo, and it's propelling him top of the scoreboard quite fast there.
Puck is going to see this bunker going up. Is this the nuke? Is this the nuke for Puck? Oh, no, it is not because it'll get sniped. It got sniped by Red, so we can't use it anyway.
Yeah, Relentless is actually that upgrade. You're right, Drake. That upgrade, he's ripping into Kodo right now. Absolutely dominating.
It's very Trigger-esque.
Yep, that nuke is going to come down.
That nuke is coming down, yeah. This is going to give him control, I think. Oh, but he doesn't do it.
No, the army's too small to do it, but I think he needed the position because now Puck can't get his third bunker. Puck has to start building on Kodo's side now.
You know, more often than not, whenever we see this kind of position in the pro lobbies here, they've gotten quite punished for it. Not all of them, but a lot of them. This bunker hanging out is just so easily to be picked. Yeah.
It's too far away. Like Cyrus's position is much safer, but I think Junus really wanted the extra supply depot, which he's already dropped.
And this is going to allow him to 1v2 Puck and Kurdo, I think. And that's going to allow him to start shooting up at score. This is essentially what me and Trigger do when we snowball, is we'll get into a 1v2 with our lane, and it'll make the game really weird. Because, you know, you look on the rest of the map, and it's really, really weird. Now it's like a weird trade fight in the middle with Red and everyone.
Yeah, Relentless is just going around looking for feed. I think he should be more focused on Kurdo right now.
Look at Puck. Puck is almost done, or halfway done building a tank, and I was just going to say, I think Puck might turret push or tank push Junus for building that close.
Yeah,
it's going to be a hard push though. I mean, Kurdo's sitting 4,000, Cyrus on 46, and Junus with a 1,500 lead on second place. I think
they call all of them
the tank. Yeah, I mean, there's no major lead right now to suffice a tank being pushed. So if they call it out, you know, Relentless will be able to cripple Kurdo, and Cyrus and Junus will probably take out that tank. The thing here though is that Puck still has his nuke. So if his SCV gets sniped, then the tank lives. The tank dies. If it doesn't get sniped, then the tank will live.
Yep, and Puck should build a turret or a shield tower rather here, and then set up his tank push and get rid of that bunk.
Yeah,
he's got the nuke. He's got the nuke as well. So if he gets into a dire position where the tank is in trouble, he can just nuke.
Yep, Junus just pinged the tank. I hope that they're having a conversation saying, well, you know, he's also got a nuke. Stay split.
Oh.
And they got to call out this tank because they need Relentless to help push Kurdo back. Here comes the nuke.
This is where they're fighting in a shield tower right now.
No nuke.
They need a shield tower. They wouldn't have even had to nuke if they had a shield tower with all those turrets, but they're fighting in their shields without a shield tower of their own. It's a bad trade.
And this tank's going to live for a bit because there's 2 SCVs repairing it. They need to call out the tank. Why at 20 minutes there's a tank? No one's called out the tank.
It's because they're in top score, no one's going to help them. They're going to, then they're. If I'm Ambi and Oblivion.
Not really. Look at Puck. Look at Puck now. Puck now is almost in front of Relentless.
He is dropping a lot of turrets.
Yeah, Cyrus calling out Relentless does come to the call, but then gets roped up back through Ambi, coming back down now to add some pressure to Kurdo.
I think they really need to just say help. Why do they need the help? They're getting tanked. That's what they need to be saying right now.
Junus GG's nice and early, but I don't think he's that close to death yet.
I like this play from Puck. I think the tank is in a pretty secure position now.
Look how many turrets being dropped.
The shield tower.
Relentless. Is Relentless going to see that? Oh, he didn't go down far enough.
Oof.
Here we go.
Yeah, Relentless could mess all this up for them.
But Relentless hasn't actually seen the tank yet.
Oh, he gets the bunker.
Oh dear.
I feel like
now Puck is effectively ahead of Jonas, though.
Yeah.
Well, not
he
really.
Killed the bunker.
At least 1,000.
Oh yeah, the turrets.
Yeah, he spent so much in turrets.
I think they're about equal.
They still haven't
like,
called out the tank. I don't know why they haven't called out the tank here. He said it after the fact. He gave him the chance.
Now he calls it out. That's kind of funny.
It's a bit late. Yeah.
Hey, real quick,
I don't understand why Puck just refuses to build a shield tower. Like, he just constantly fights in their shield.
Because they're gonna kill this shield tower now, and then they're gonna be dominated.
That is true.
But they're just gonna build another shield tower, and then they're gonna fight into that.
But it would have much better trades and much more effective push if they just built a shield tower. Maybe he wanted his SCV free to like drop turrets or something. I don't know.
so weird with Relentless. He started very heavy with the upgrades. He's since stopped. He's added a third bunker, but he still hasn't really put terribly much more into... Oh, no, I lied. He's been investing into range. He's up to 9 range now, and then just bumped, as I was saying, that to 10 attack.
Yeah, and I think the majority of the money he's been spending, he's spent merking his 3 bunkers there. Well.
And Puck's upgrades are now in the lead, and he just shot up into first place with his upgrades now, able to feed good.
Yeah.
I think Ambi's actually he finally got his bunks down, and you're right, he's definitely going for a raw play.
Puck is eating them up right now, and he's going to get a bunch of feet here.
Unfortunately, their master plan with Kurdo doesn't seem to be coming to fruition here. Relentless is just not letting up, and he won't be able to build that side with both bottom left on Puck's front there.
Finally, he drops a shield tower.
Yep, finally. Yep. Ambi, now that he has rods, might be able to come back a little bit. He's sitting pretty low in last place right now.
He's against pure Marine. Like, what's the difference? Like, what is it? If I'm Stardock, I take routers now, and then boom. If Stardock secures routers, he is a phenomenal proposition compared to Ambi.
Yeah, I think Kurdo's probably thinking whether or not he should save for a tank or drop a bunk. He's sitting at 1,400 minerals. I reckon he's going to drop a tank.
Tank over there.
Look at this.
I mean,
yep.
Look at this push coming in from Greens. Oh, Cyrus pushes back. I think he's a bit worried about why Oblivion's...
Oh, that tank is too far forward. That tank is going to get tanked on. That is way too far forward.
Tank position. That is extreme.
Puck has vision of it. Yeah.
Oh, they got first hit. Oh, Cyrus
get it. He gets first hit. That tank has to go back, and they're gonna hold.
Yep, little misstep by Cyrus there.
I think it was concerned
too. Even these turrets are too far forward, and they're gonna get splashed on by the tank.
I think it was a little concerned too, because Junis still went kind of like face first right into that army and didn't hang back with the tank when it was setting up there too. You noticed that he was trading off when Cyrus was trying to maintain his unit count.
Yeah, Relentless, I think, has been helping Stardock a lot. I think he needs to go down and focus on his lane a bit more there. If they're going to have any hope of defeating Puck at this point. Puck's sitting at really good upgrades there, 8, 12, 11, 9, 11. Relentless is pretty good, 11, 11, 12, 8, 8. So actually, I think that Puck and Relentless are pretty well first or second place right now.
And that'll start showing in score as we see sooner. Sooner rather than later, that'll start showing in score.
What do you guys think of this? Sorry,
push.
What was that, track?
I was going to say, what do you guys think of this 2v2 situation that we're seeing from both the top and the bottom of the map? Is Relentless doing good sticking to top here with them, or should he be harassing Kurdo right now?
He needs to be harassing Kurdo, because if they die, I could see Puck being too strong for the rest of the game to kill him.
I think
the aim is first place. First place generally wants to kill second place. Second place wants first place dead. That's generally the key there. And Relentless, knowing that Puck is his only challenge right now,
and Oblivion
feeding on top left, he should be going bottom right.
Oblivion and Ambi just sniped a bunk because Relentless ran down there for a second. Stardock lost a bunker.
Oh man!
Yeah, I mean it's going to remain that way because Cyrus isn't going to be hitting Oblivion, so they're thinking, well, let's take the opportunity to feed while we can. For Oblivion and Ambi.
These programs often devolve into like just top versus top and bottom versus bottom. Like I don't know why. Like people.
Or right versus right, or left versus left. I've seen those a couple times.
Tendency for you to help your partner, and and because this is at the end of the day, this is a team game. You guys have to be on the same page in terms of strategy, and they both decided.
Oh man, and Oblivion comes down, and this is a weird position for the tank. He needs to throw a turret. Yeah, and he does.
Oh, and this could be a push here. No, there's not enough supply there.
Puck has to be
that tank gets the first fire. But I think Puck has too much supply now, and he's really going to push this army back. And yeah, he's going to force their tank back. But this Oblivion had a chance to, if he dove there, I think he might get that tank.
If Puck loses his tank, Cyrus and Junus will push their tank on Puck very, very hard. So he has to be careful not to lose that tank or build another tank.
Yeah, Puck just picked up 400 in minerals.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That was great. That's like almost killing a bunker.
Yeah, and here comes a call for help. There's a 5k lead there from Puck.
Yep, it's a harsh position when you're way ahead like that and your partner's in last place, because when you do get the 4v2 or 6v2, your partner can't help too much.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Kodo's just dumping money into upgrades there. He throws down a water bunker. This could be another reason to go down bottom right. I don't think they should be, when there's a potential threat against you right now.
But you also have to
build that. Relentless will not let him build this because that's his lane, and he's got reaps in the mix. So, and this could actually come down to being the 3v2 that bottom left wanted.
That rudder bunk might cost Puck the tank. Like if Relentless keeps Kodo busy.
If they rushed in now, they could get that tank.
Yeah, right. It's so dangerous like that. That rudder build, like building that rudder bunk when your partner is, having his tank so exposed.
Oh yeah, and Puck does have splash in his tank.
Yeah,
he has a lot of kills on it now that he got splash. And here's
he's going to build this forward third bunker, and
Kodo should make him Puck finish his bunker first, and then wait for his tank to get into a good defensive position, then build his rocket.
Well, his tank's getting very aggressive right now.
I know. I don't know why.
And this is it. If Oblivion goes down right now and attacks Kodo, which he will, he's going to go cancel that bunk. This is dangerous.
Kodo, stop building. Stop building. You got to help your partner.
Yeah, although the fact that Puck has splash damage right now really, really helps. And these two upgraded supply depots are probably going to go down. I don't know what they can do about it. Kodo cancelled, and he goes again. Oblivion coming in to stop
This
him.
is another cancel.
Oh, but this could be it for the tank, no? Cyrus needs to push him.
No way.
I don't need just to give up on that rudder, and just help his partner.
Ouch, that was 2 doubled supply depots Junus just lost.
Yep, that's a lot of money. This is, 1,600? 1,600 minerals. It's more than a merked bunker to lose 2 upgraded supply.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, it doesn't pay as much. It costs more to make, but it doesn't pay as much.
Yeah, it depends. It depends on the position. It pays a lot more if you're in Jonas in the position.
No, I mean, in terms of financials. So I was telling Zateo that the upgraded supply depot should give you more than 150 minerals when you kill it. Just like a merc bunker gives you 650.
We have a rod bunk.
The rod bunk from Relentless going up.
Yep, he seems to be the one competing with Puck's score right now.
It's still a bit far, but I don't know. Puck's thrown a lot of turrets, so I'm not sure sort of what his actual score is.
I wish there's a way to see how many.
He's got vision of this Reaper bunker now, and he's gonna start to.
I guess the closest way to see it is that Puck's sitting on 10, 18, 15, 11, 11 versus the Relentless 16, 16, 13, and 10. I think Puck. I think they're pretty neck and neck in terms of their upgrades. The difference is 1 bunker and 1 tank.
Puck is over 2,000 in the bank right now. He should be building. I would build another tank.
He might be going for an SCV.
I'd send that money to Kurto since he really.
Right. Yeah, no, that is true as well.
I don't understand why Relentless is not sniping Kurto's back bunker here. He hasn't gone back there that most of this whole game.
Look at Oblivion. Sorry, Draconis, but look at Oblivion up there.
Oh shit! There's a whole 90 supply. Starduck is going to lose that. Relentless has to go back. There's no point though, because that bunker's gone.
Good call out.
Starduck not.
Thanks.
And
Starduck is having a good time there, but look at his score. He's climbing up. And Oblivion's going to go in the other side and go and fuck with Cyrus, and that's going to cost Junus the game.
It's going to be a battle of diagonals, top left and bottom right. is.
Yeah, that's how generally the games end. They always end up in a diagonal situation there. Here comes another tank from bottom left. Junior's getting second tank. 2 tanks versus 1 tank is better than 1 tank with Splash, because Splash won't give you the extra damage against the other tank. Startup, don't drop again. Sofa, get the fuck out.
Yep, that was you, Sofa.
It was me?
Yep.
Alright, how do I escape? Here, I'm just
F10.
gonna turn
F10.
F10. I'm just gonna turn off.
So the 2 tanks from Junus and Cyrus is good, but for actual killing amounts, look at Puck's tank with almost 500 kills on it. That is quite a lot.
Yeah, those tanks won't ever get there
Sofa,
without Splash.
are you
Sofa,
leaving?
quit the game.
I don't think turning off your computer was the best move there.
Did he turn off his computer?
I think he did.
Oh, wow.
He messed that one.
I saw Puck dumped all his money into something, but I don't know what. Like now he's at like 500 minerals or something. So he just spent all his money on something.
Oh, there we go.
So Puck
here we go.
in
Tanks are in range. Tanks are in range. Oh, look at that. Junus has to pull that. He just built it. He just built it too. Oh, that was too close. Starduck actually having some real power right now. Look at that, 16,000 in score. Lost about 2 bumps. Those Rauders are really helping them out there.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how he's trading so well there with Ambi, because Ambi's upgrades definitely surpass his.
He's got a couple armor on Ambi.
Ambi also has 2 Reaper bunks too, so only a quarter of his army is rocks.
Yeah, and you got an upgrade, 2 upgraded supply depots there from Starduck, so I think it's a supply thing where the exchanges work.
He just has more Rauders, like proportionally and numerically wise.
But I think the 2 tank play here is Puck's tank just took a hit, but it goes back. I think the 2 tank player here was really good. It's actually allowing them to step forward, but have a look at the counter. So they actually gained ground. They were able to push Puck's tank back, but this is going to be pushed right back again when Puck's second tank gets into the mix. Have a look at this. Ambi's going to get sniped right now.
Oh yeah.
The Oblivion's units wouldn't have done much damage there to Stardock. Reaper's 20 attack, but 15 armor there for the Rauds against it. If they stayed, they could have definitely taken that out.
I agree.
Seems kind of unfortunate every time green does or bottom left makes a push. That's when top right gets the courage to make a full-on assault in top left, so they're not going to get any help here.
Yeah. And it looks like Junus's bunker here is under. It's going to definitely be under pressure from that tank.
Yeah, and we do.
That tank is
in range.
Oh yeah.
He gets the first hit. He could have had 2 hits on that.
No,
I don't think Puck realizes yet.
Oh,
he hasn't realized it yet.
Oh.
One more hit. It's going to go. It's going to go.
Wow. Oh. He lost vision.
Just so you guys know, Cyrus also got splash damage, and you got a tank up top right. Relentless is pushing a tank with no splash.
Yep.
But he's got a tank up there, a couple turrets. They may be able to hold this. So they got 2 Rauds there, so you got Relentless and Starduck with Rauds, so they can hold off Oblivion. Oblivion can't actually do anything right now. No one's going to go up there to help.
Yeah, Ambi's bunk's going down.
There's nothing bottom left can do right now. And in their defense, when bottom left called out for help, no one came to their aid. So it's only fair that they continue their 2v2 battles.
I feel like the top battle kind of reveals the weakness in terms of Oblivion's build. Because if you're pinned down, and you have to battle, you're gonna lose the engagement.
Yeah, and you're not going to do any damage to the tanks. The only thing he can do right now is go down and take one of Cyrus's bunks, and that's going to give you some money, but it's not going to help you when you're getting killed like this. And I like a rape build, but the rape build you need Marines in there as well. So you go Marine and rapes.
If you're pinned down, you will eventually lose.
Yeah, I mean the sad part is when he loses these two Reaper bunkers, his Marine bunker is retired at the moment, so I'm retiring that right now, just to help out.
I mean, honestly, no one should care about a team dying at this moment, especially top left, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying that Oblivion this might not have been the best move for him to go all Reapers, because Ambi was so low in score that he could not hold, with his army, all the Rauders. doesn't give Oblivion a free reign to do whatever he wants with.
So what do you guys reckon would happen here? So if they clear out, if top right clear out top left, are they going to push on bottom right?
Yeah, I think it will be. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do Cyrus and Junus ever switch, or do they play it to the end? Because I have a feeling that they'll play that one to the end, even if top right is massive.
They certainly might, but Relentless and Starduck are a bit higher up when it comes to combined score. But I think what you said, Drac, before, is it bad if anyone dies right now? I think Kurdo has been sitting around kind of supporting Puck too much, and he's really lost a lot of money making, and that might hurt pretty bad for bottom left when they do get ganked.
Cyrus just killed Ambi by making him cancel these 2 bunks.
Oh,
poor
wow.
Ambi, couldn't do anything there.
Oh, that was so mean.
Yeah, and I agree. So I think if there's anyone that has a stake in this, it's bottom right. Because like you guys said, the natural 4v2 will shift to them after this. So they should be the only ones that really care at this moment.
And that's why, and I think that's why Cyrus and Junus are just sitting back. They're like, you know what? We don't care. We're just going to sit here, take it easy. Cyrus has got 2 tanks with Splash to counter Puck's three tanks. Puck's building a 4th, but as long as top left die, they know that they're going to 4v2 on bottom right. So why bother fighting it? Why bother engaging?
Kurdo should not be sitting, though. He needs to trade. He needs money, and it doesn't look like Puck's going to send him any.
If anything, it should be bottom right, helping top left instead of bottom left.
Yeah,
because,
if I was in bottom right situation, you'd be hitting top right, getting ready for this for the 4v2.
Because now they're cornered and they can't, they won't be able to expand in any direction. I don't know why they were sitting. It works out in Cyrus's favor to have Ambi completely dead.
Well, as Cyrus always says, diagonal are your allies. You needed to help them out, and they left him, and he goes Kurdo's bunk straight out.
Yep, and
there's no attempt to defend it.
They have 4 tanks, and that's a big target right there. They're not going to lay off them until those tanks are dead.
Puck should have been the one to call truce. We need to do something about top right, because otherwise the top left is dead.
Yeah, but look at this. They're waiting for it. Oh, shit, this is going to be hardcore. How many tanks go down here is the question.
Puck does have 2 SCVs.
Units getting the bottom side. There's a tank up here.
One tank going down.
One tank's definitely down. Kurdo's going to get wiped out of the game here. Or do they focus the tank?
And poor Kurdo sat around.
This second tank goes down. Junus was pushing another tank and gets a tank kill, tank on tank. Question is, can top right actually hold the 3 tanks that bottom left have? They do have the unit count, but Cyrus has 2 tanks with Splash. Relentless only has 1 tank, and he does not have Splash yet. Actually, he's got 2 tanks.
I disagree with this. I don't think this was a politic one. I think this was just the natural progression of the game, right?
Yeah, look at the score.
I agree with you, Draconis. It was Puck's job to keep top left alive, or not Puck's, or bottom right's job.
Yeah, it was Kurdo. He's the one who kind of exposed himself by not trading and being that weak.
No, but it was more that, first place is bottom right, and their ally died, which puts them in the middle, which means they can't expand.
All right, here we go. Main battle.
Here comes mid-play. Two tanks with Splash here. It's not actually holding. They need some supply some turrets there. There's 2 tanks here. Who's going to get the first hit? Cyrus loses a tank. I think this is over for bottom left. This is over for bottom left.
That's over.
But it's interesting that they did push to the end.
Yeah, Relentless score shot up so much. They probably should have realized once Kurdo's dead that, you're going to get steamrolled.
But you know what? I'm just going to say, as much as I wanted bottom left to win that one, the Aussies won. Aussie team is strong.
Congratulations.
Right. Yep, GG call from Cyrus. He leaves the game, and only Junus remains. It looks like Junus is going to make him take out every one last of his bunkers before he leaves.
Well, there we go.
All right, guys, that's it for Game 1. Just stay tuned. We will be back very shortly with Game 2. See you then.
Oh,
or no, it does not go down. Holy. That was so close to death. But meanwhile, it looks like Zateo is going to get eliminated from this matchup. Bunker is in the orange. It's now in the red. Zateo's calling dead. And GG for top left Zateo. Yeah, I think so. I think what they're counting on is if they can eliminate top left, it's automatically going to force a 4v2 against bottom left. I think that's their plan. Look at how close that bunker was to death, getting pushed back. Otacon and Kurto going for the tank snipe. They're going to get the tank.
Huge. It's game changing right there. Honestly.
Oh, but Cyrus is maybe going to be able to get that bunker up because everyone's pushing towards middle right now.
Great cut there from Otacon and Cyrus. A little bit overextension though, it looks like. Oh my gosh! Like if they get the SCV snipe.
To get the SCV?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh,
poor
boy.
Cyrus. Looks like both bunks will get canceled.
Over trigger with that Reaper composition he has.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, so it looks like it's pretty much all on trigger. I mean, RC is trying to just rebuild, so he's trying to do what he can.
Yeah, but
if he gets this, he's going to be able to definitely win this game, I believe.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Wow! Trigger saves
1,500 points on that bunker left.
Yeah, what are the upgrades?
Upgrades whatsoever. It just melts. They're gonna keep rolling.
They might be able to get a second one right now.
He dumps 3/3 armor, but it's already 50% down in health.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh!
So close, so close.
It goes down.
Wow.
But at what cost though? Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah, they're okay. Well, top left just saved them from utter destruction. And all this sniping
Going for the bunk, and he got it. I actually would not have done that in game. So good shit, dude.
Me neither.
And I'm surprised we saw this last game too. Actually, from Oblivion, he got punished with this early supply. That seems to be the thing going on right now. But look, this supply depot is just gonna fall. He ignores the supply. He goes right for the back bunker. He goes right for the back.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh, and RCJH Cyrus is tanking. That's why they're doing it. Look, Fred's going up for the tank snipe right now. Cyrus sees it, gets the first shot off, but it's still going to be enough. They might just trade tanks, though. It is going to be a tank trade automatically. Will they be able to roll through and get Trigger's bunker right after that is the question. They're focusing it down.
Yeah, top right.
Oh, don't run.
Don't run. Finish the bunker. All right.
It was over. Okay, get saying. Woo. Game. Just saying.
Yeah, it's more just it's an all-in strategy, and I think this is where we see Oblivion die. I don't think they're gonna switch on this.
Oh, on another note, I want you guys to notice his turret.
He can upgrade the tank.
Snipe the tank?
Oh my gosh!
Oh,
they didn't catch it. They didn't see the shift. Oh no! Maybe because Fred was typing. I have no idea. What a great play!
He needs more turrets. He needs more turrets.
One tank down.
Tank. Oh, he could have focused it.
Yeah, get the tank. Get the tank. He misclicked. Oh my gosh! Fred's gonna get the tank away.
Top left? Oh my goodness! I wonder what their win condition is if they.
All right, guys, we are back in for game 2 of the night. My name is Draconis, and joined with me are a lot more casters. We've got Peter Griffin, we got Cyrus the Virus, and we had Ambi before something just happened to him right there. So we'll see if he gets back in there, calling out team member positions. We got Starduck in top left with Relentless returning champions. Top right, we'll got Fred and Junis. Bottom right, we have Cash IR and Luz Theron, and then bottom left, Water Demon and Sofa. Game 2 of the night going on right now. How you doing, Cyrus?
I'm doing good, man. How about you?
Doing pretty good. How about you, Peter?
Doing well. Cyrus, you played a good game last game.
How so?
I think you guys let top right rotate a little bit too much. You guys didn't really fight them, but I think if you guys fought them with bottom right, you guys probably pull out.
Well, like the thing was, we're defending like an early tank push, and like top right, like the last game, Relentless wasn't staying in his lane, so that allowed, like both Kurdo and Pod to tank us, with turrets and tanks, and there was splash too, So it was like a miracle that we were able to, kind of survive or kind of, hold off that push, because that was a very scary and devastating push early on.
Yeah, it looks like towards the middle game and the late game, you guys, both of you guys at bottom are kind of scared to go out and fight. So top right just kept on having free reign.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, Oblivion lost, or I'm sorry, not Oblivion. Excuse me. My partner Judas lost already like 2 bunkers, or 1 bunker and like 2 to 4 depots already. And that's devastating. So we couldn't move because like Puck wasn't giving up. Puck, he was going for blood, and there was nothing that we could have done to So he wasn't going to leave, so I couldn't leave Judas by himself, because Puck and Kurdo would have destroyed him, so I had to stay there to help.
Those darn grandmasters have no strategy concept at all.
We were calling out in the stream because there was those last comments, how politicking won, but that was not natural politic. Actually, you said it right after we called it out in the stream too, that they would have done it anyway. Bottom right was the natural 4v2 target after top left fell. I was very surprised to see Kurdo not exert a little bit more pressure when they were clearly taking him out there.
So who are you guys liking in this matchup right here? I think Starduck has been playing fantastic for the past month that I've seen him play.
He has been doing his doing pretty good lately. There's also you know what? I'm sorry, like I drew a blank.
You know what? So yeah, definitely Starduck and Relentless, strong team or whatnot. I'm gonna, if I just had to pick a team to root for, I always like to root for the new guys, the underdogs. I want to go with Water Demon and Sofa here. And their lane at the top right diagonal is a little bit of an interesting one, and a strong diagonal definitely helps you. Not saying that Fred and Junis together are weak by any means, but their playstyles are vastly different, so that's going to be interesting to watch, just as a team.
Yeah, if anything, if this is a long game, I'm going to say top right's going to win it. If this game is more than an hour, I'm going to say top right. We'll take the W, because Fred is, a pretty good player. Not so much, like early. He's decent, but when he really shines is like late game. He knows how to come back. He knows how to take advantage and really win the game. And the same thing with Junis. Junis has played great, really, really good last game as well. And he's also like one of the more solid players. So I think I'm going to give it to top right.
I used to swear by your early upgrades, 2-2-2-2-2-5.
Yep.
And for the past month, I cannot for the life of me win any fights by going that up. It seems like right now everybody's been upping so much heavier early game on.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, like playing like all 2s and a 5. Like this is pretty much like the build that I came up with like a while back, and it's a very risky build. It's a very greedy build. You have to understand, what when you go there, you have to understand, like what you're in for, the pros and cons. Some of the pros is, since you're only going to, all 2s and 5s, you're going to get that bunker, pretty much at, a little above 1,000 score, or early, kind of just to put it simply. But some of the cons is you have to have, superior splits. You have to, take better engagements. You have to, be able to win those early battles. Because if you lose those early battles and you're only going 2s, guess what? You won't be able to capitalize or, gain the potential rewards, off that build.
Right.
Sometimes, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, because it seems like if you go 2-2-2-2-2-5, it's much more easier, of course, to use your complete army. And so even if you could bunk up earlier, if you don't have enough army to protect against the push, it's so easy to be canceled. And I've been having trouble with that lately.
Yep. There's a lot of things you can do. Make sure if you go in that build, make sure you nuke your lane. With make sure it's a good nuke, or if not, if you're struggling, if you're like kind of behind, say screw it, let me go, all 3s, all 3s and 5. That'll give you that extra boost that you'll need. It'll delay your bunker a little bit, but still, you'll be able to win those battles a little easier. So that's something that I would recommend if free to try.
All right, Sofa drops his bunker, bottom left, tries to push back Luz. Luz gets the upper hand on him. Water Demon trying to help, but if Starduck comes down on Water Demon, they're going to be a little bit in trouble there. I think it bought him just enough time. I say that as they both get sniped. So that is not good for Sofa right there, since Luz still has his nuke ready to go here.
Here he goes.
And there's no way they don't nuke that. That's all War Pigs. Nuke goes down, hits the SCV, hits most of the War Pigs. Not the best nuke in the world. Great split there from Sofa, and I think somebody has a stream open in the background.
Yeah, that nuke could have been so much better, I think. And I think that could have forced cancel.
And once again, you know, like both bottom right capitalized on the fact that, you know, someone like Water Demon went early War Pigs. So this is the thing, you know, with Water Demon. He's not technically in the Pro League. He's only allowed to play because, you know, he's currently one of the King of the Hills. So I think, you know, when someone, you know, topples that crown, you know, we won't be seeing Water Demon very much, you know, in the Pro League until he's actually, you know, gets recommended and it goes to the trials. But it definitely shows his inexperience here. You know, with the early War Pigs, only 4 defense and 2 regen. That's something you just simply cannot do. You know, simply you cannot do that at all. I think we were telling him earlier about it, and he was saying that, you know, he was copying Fred, or, you know, he really enjoyed Fred's build, and which is fine. But he has to really understand the interest, the ins and outs of that build first before he actually tries to implement it.
Right, and it's called Fred's build because only Fred can pull something out like that.
Yep.
I mean, most people go Merc Bunk early on. It's so hard for me to actually get their score up on the board. Whereas Frank, for some odd reason, I don't know how he does it, he seems to be able to get the exact fight for him to really farm well, and his score has always been higher on Merc.
Exactly, and that's kind of like the same thing with Oblivion. You know, like Oblivion really made the like the Mass Reapers. You know, like the way he builds it really popular. Lots of players have tried to imitate Oblivion's build, but still, you know, with not so much success, because you know, like that's definitely Oblivion's build.
Kurto was a perfect example. He built like that. We thought he was going for the Oblivion build, and then Relentless just ate him up with upgrades, and by then Puck was starting to push you, and he felt he needed to support Puck. But originally it looked like Kurto was kind of going for that Reaper build, built first on his partner's side and everything.
I see. So yeah, as you can see, like the list is definitely the one of the less experienced players is Water Demon, and as you can see, Stardic is he was first place a minute ago, and like Water Demon is kind of like second from last. So that's kind of like one of the biggest lane gaps, you know, in the game right now, and it's really paying off for Starduck, you know, and his experience and his skills are able to capitalize on, you know, Water Demon's War Pigs.
I can't remember. Doesn't Starduck usually go Reapers? I'm kind of curious why he went Marines.
Huh.
Because if he was on Marines, he would even be having a much easier time with this War Pig build than he is right now. Now, Water Demon is getting his second bunker up. You know, to be honest, he's, 700 below? He can catch up.
I think he needs to put some more up on his regen.
Yeah, and like if anything, you know, like if you're gonna go this kind of build, you know, kind of like logically, or, you know, kind of a good way to do it is actually, you know, make sure that, you know, your defense, you know, you prioritize defense and regen both. You know, have that more than attack, have that more than range or whatever. But they're very, very important, especially if you're going this early, because, you know, you're very vulnerable to attacks. And like what happened was bottom right was able to nuke Water Demon twice, and that really, you know, kind of skyrocketed their, you know, kind of really allowed them to progress. But so far, his partner's actually doing pretty good, you know. So second place now, rising.
Yeah, Lou seems to be having a little bit of a tough time there. Checking out the upgrades, we got Sofa 58755, and Lou's sitting at 58245.
So pretty much everyone has 2 bunkers except for Kaiser, you know, like, and as you said, I think he's definitely going the upgrades, you know, route right now. Let me see that lane. Kaiser versus Junis, kind of definitely even. Except Junis has the extra bunker, but Kaiser has the war pigs, and as you can see, Kaiser does have, you know, like the 6, you know, regen, 4 defense, maybe a little more defense, but you know, still Kaiser's doing fairly well against the lane right now.
Yeah, and he also has stim too. He got rid
of stim. I'm not like, I don't agree with that. I'm not so sure about that. You know, 1 bunker with stim, not so much. I prefer a minimum of 2 marine bunkers before stim, but I mean, hey, like let's just see if we can make it work.
He's got to be very careful because once he trades off his army, he's basically done there.
Oh yeah, definitely. He has to, you know, wait to, you know, resupply, and it just takes so long on 1 bunker to, you know, resupply to a max army.
Yeah, but I really like it. His 7 regen is actually helping us so much right now. He's taking
really
good bugs.
He's able to. He's actually doing really good against Junis. You know, Kaiser 4K, Junis 3.6. So he's definitely, you know, able to win.
It's interesting because in the pub lobbies, if someone goes heavy upgrades in the beginning and all that, they generally do well in the early game, but there's like a point of diminishing return. Like there's a timing to it where you just overpower them with supply and you're able to come to equalization on the upgrades. Kind of surprised Junis has not hit there yet.
Yeah. Did Junis just upgrade his reed bunker, or has it always been upgraded?
I think he recently did it.
Okay, so that'll give him the edge, and you know, on you know, being able. So I think this is the point you were talking about. So now with that, you know, Junis with that Junis Merc bunker, I think he'll be able to, you know, outpower Kaiser now.
Yeah, and you can see Fred already has his 2nd bunker, so I think you have to be very cognizant of the timing. So if Junis knew what was good for him, he'd keep the pressure on right now.
But he will not. He's going to try and go cut off Red and whatnot, so
no.
He's feeding, but...
And getting decimated there.
You know, I could feel Go Get his steam right now. He's probably looking at this mineral pass right here. Like, why are you guys doing old me? Let's see how long it's going to be there for. I'm going to give it over under 2 minutes.
Oh
man, just right when I said it. Come on. Come on, Kaiser.
Right away.
I would say he's stream hacking, except we're running a 2-minute delay, so there's no way.
Oh, so Kaiser calling out top rods. This is always very risky here. Very risky to take rods this early, especially in a Pro League game. Now, Relentless is going to come and stop that right away.
You know, I find it odd, too, and maybe, like, I'm not the best to voice this in theory, but if you if you Merc your Reaper and then you go rod to the next one, what are your thoughts about that?
That's usually bad. Because, you know, what you want to invest your money in is, you know, ultimately your way to a build, you know? And like as you said, if you're going to upgrade a Reapers and then all of a sudden you switch to Rotters, I mean, you spent 500 extra minerals on, you know, a Reap build, well, that could have been, spent, you know, elsewhere, you know. I don't know.
Counterproductive, right? I mean, it feels like Jonas will have to throw the next maybe 700 minerals just in regen, you know. So now he has to farm that. Well, he works his rod bug. So now he just needs to find money to upgrade his regen. But trade-off value-wise right now might be tough.
There you go. And the thing is, right now with Junis' army, he has 2 mercs now, right? And you can see he has only 3 regen and only 5 defense. So Kaiser's just going to eat him up with that stim and, you know, the attack. So.
Yum yum yum.
Yep, he just started stepping in. Kaiser's just now he's dominating Junis.
And Lou is doing really good right now. He was losing early on against Sofa King, and now he's just stabilized and trading very, very well.
Yeah, you are correct. Sofa was 2nd place. He was like almost 1st. Now, like, Sofa's 4th place. Yeah. Luz is really just like, you know, dominating, you know, Sofa. I wonder what happened there. I wonder how that happened, though.
I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
7-8, 11-6-6 for Sofa. Luz sitting on 7-8, 12-6. So it looks like Luz did finally equalize his range. We kind of said this last week, too. where, Crest has gotten to be a much better player since he's kind of let go of his whole Reaper clutch. And Sofa's clutch has always been high range. So I wonder if that's always been like his strongest suit. Just rely on the fact that he can abuse range, not get called out on it. So a lot of times people are equally in his own range now. I think we'll have to see him kind of evolve his playstyle a little bit more because you're right. Luz is trading much more effectively with him now with equal range.
Yeah, and one scary thing about Lou is, don't ever count him off. He'll start snowballing without anybody realizing until it's too late. So let's just see how he plays this out right here.
A little bit of a push here. Kazier not committing, falling back for Junis. Hey, it looks like Starduck, for whatever reason, is not able to keep up with the feeding there on Water Demon and whatnot.
Yeah, but still, I think Water Demon is still last place. But you're right. Starduck is kind of slowly descending the scoreboard.
All right, that Reaper bunker does go down for Sofa. It's not looking good now for bottom left.
Wow!
Would you mind throwing up the score screen for the viewers?
Yeah.
Score check. Cash IR 10,000, Relentless 9,000, and Sofa score check is just about dead.
Gone.
Wow.
That is insane. So once again, Sofa, it's kind of a common thing. Whenever I see Sofa play, he's always one of the first ones out. Jeez, poor Sofa. So Jonas is asking what's going on. How did that happen? And I think Jonas allowed bottom right to both double team Sofa, and that was kind of a big point in that game there.
Yeah, if you die and your diagonal just does question mark, probably the first thing in your mind is, what do you mean question mark? You should have known exactly what was going on there.
Exactly. You allowed your lane to
assist. Wound right after that, Now, if Kazier could get his Reaper, his Rod bunk up, it'll be huge for him. But it looks like this might be forced cancel right here.
Yeah, and that's totally okay. That's totally okay. Kaiser's, feeding on Junis again, and with this cancel, he's still gonna be ahead. All that feed he got.
Yeah, definitely.
Way to rub it in there, Cash. Come on.
He's using that as a political device, to further his to be able to get that rider bunker.
Dang it, Cash, just because it's the first time I've seen you in a long time being in first score, now you're just rubbing your face into Lewis. Good job.
Alright, so what's gonna happen here? What is the dynamic of the game now? Who's attacking who? So top left, kind of feeding on Luz, but Water Demon coming out strong.
I think top left, shouldn't their plan just be finish off Water Demon and orchestrate the 4v2 on bottom right?
Yeah. Water Demon's such good feed, and as you can see, there is a teal circle over a Water Demon's units. So Sofa is controlling Water Demon's units.
It's looking really good for bottom right. I think they just need to staple off a little bit. It's going to be a point where this is going to be 4 versus 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and look at the shift in the dynamics there. Did bottom right just get them to top right to switch on the top left? It kind of looked like it. But then they engage them right in the middle. What in the world is that? Relentless not doing any favors either.
Uh-oh. I was going to say.
Fred's ups are just so balanced. It looks so good. He's trading so well with anybody. It doesn't matter who.
Hopefully Sofa realized what the F10 key is if he's lagging out this time. It was hilarious. As a caster, he's like, how do I quit? Because his menu wasn't visible. And we said F10. He's like, okay, I'll just turn off my computer. And before we could say anything, the lag screen came up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sofa. We love you.
So like the thing is, like now top left had a chance to, like right now take out, Water Demon, but it appears they're keeping Water Demon alive. Maybe for the feed, because he's just he's just straight Warp Pigs. I'm not too sure. They better be careful though, because late game, if he's still there, Water Demon's gonna he's just gonna no matter what attack red from the back. So if they probably should kill him pretty soon.
I agree. I don't know why they're not.
Quick question for you guys. On Twitch right now, I think Ambi is saying that Cassiar went one bunker stim Merc, and Go Get It was asking if this is a new meta. This is technically speaking, it's Fred's meta, right? Like he's the one that ordered this, but does he go stim first?
He does not.
He doesn't?
No. Not as far as I know. Cyrus, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Fred ever gets stemmed that early.
Yeah, never does. He just continues on his way. He usually gets it later.
If I see my lane, I'm fighting against the lane who win Reapers, I kind of like to go stim early.
Yeah, well, in this case, it looked like it worked out for Kaiser, in this game. But you have to kind of think about it, face value when say you have a lane, he's only on one bunker, he's got Mercs and Stim. I mean, by that time he should have at least 2 bunkers and a pretty good upgrade. So I mean, I would still prefer 2 bunkers over like the 1 bunk whatever, because if that's the case, and I was doing this, I would have never left my lane. I would have made sure Kaiser would never get that second bunker. But he wasn't in his lane, and he allowed Kaiser to get a second bunker, and it really propelled Kaiser's score,
Now, what are your guys' thoughts, dude? Should they finish bottom left?
I don't know why bottom right is doing this. I would think this is probably what they don't want in their case, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
4-on-2, right?
That's what I'm thinking in my mind, but maybe I'm looking at this wrong. I mean, very well, I guess they're afraid that Water Demon will turn on them, but I don't know.
It's just feed, like if I would say it's a job of any team right now to kill bottom left, no matter what. It's just free feed. Water Demon has the War Pigs. He has the vulnerable 2 bunkers. He has no partner, so it's just pretty much an easy 1,000 minerals at a minimum if they're able to kill him. Yeah, and probably even more. I would say 2K if you're able to to wipe out Water Demon.
Yeah, by the time you wipe the army and everything.
Yep. Army, turrets. Each bunker's 650 already, so.
Relentless has a plan, and that plan is to build another bunker. Okay, he's sitting on 2,000. I don't know why he's sitting that high on money right now. Or he just dumped it all, but he got all the way up to 2,000 before he dumped it.
Who was that?
Relentless. So he chose to build another bunker, and I think he dumped into some upgrades now too, but you can do that before reaching the 2,000 mineral mark in your bank.
Star Trek's upgrade is so hilarious. I love it. It's 19 speed. Everything on 20 speed now. And
whoa! You're right. I didn't see. I had no clue. This is makes no sense to me. This is crazy. This is usually a reap build. You want the speed for the reap so you can come in and hit it and quit it. But but imagine imagine that 10 extra upgrades. From 11 to 20. How much that's thousands of minerals.
Yeah.
That could have been, used for extra bunkers, which he has the space for. It could have been used for a tank. It could have been used for anything else.
It's amazing how hits came at the same time. Top left pushing out. They're going to wipe out Water Demon. Meanwhile, top right was pushing on Cash IR. He was able to save the bunker, though. And that's it. GG for Water Demon. Thanks for playing, man. Good to see you in the pro game.
Yeah, I'm kind of worried for Cash IR now. He lost 2 cancel bunks, and also he canceled a paint earlier as well too. If they don't get another raw bunk up or another marine bunk, I think it might be very tough for them. We'll be on 4 versus 2 right now.
Well, the thing is, like for like what's going for Kaiser is Relentless, which is Diego, is like not that far behind, only 2K. So it's the situation's not that dire right now, you know, in the game.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a need for any kind of 4v2 at the moment.
Somebody is lagging, and I cannot see who it is.
They need to upgrade the turret sentry, I guess, time thing, and then start throwing turrets everywhere.
Kaiser does like to get the early SCV, you know.
They need to be talking here. It looks like Startup kind of wants to snipe, but he ain't going to do anything with just Marines. I got to be honest. I have no idea what Startup's plan is.
he's gonna play like this kind of Reaper style with upgraded Marines. So you see, like he's getting all the supply. He has the speed. He's gonna just go and start try and snipe stuff. But I think a better unit for that would be definitely Reapers.
I swear, someone is telling Kazar exactly what I'm saying, because right after I told him that he needs to upgrade the sentry turret time thing and throw on the turret, he just did it right here.
And he did. and remember when you mentioned like the middle patch on the right hand side?
Yeah,
Kaiser went straight for it too. I'm joking. There's nothing there. I was
look at this.
That's the
top left going right for a snipe here on Fred and them. If they don't make any credible move, I did not foresee top right being the
wow.
victim here.
Okay, can he save it? Fred might have saved it right now.
He did.
But see, check this out. Like this is like the only people top right have to blame is themselves. They allowed Diagonal to get killed. So guess what? Now you're in the middle between 4 massive armies or 4 players. You're gonna be able, you're gonna take the 4v2, whether it's like right then and there or like later on down the road. But it's happening now.
I like Fred using his nuke as a politicking weapon now. Everyone's like, whoa, it must be bad if Fred had to drop his nuke. But they're determined. They want to kick out this bunker.
They most likely will get it this round.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, wow. But Junis, on the other hand, has taken a lot of damage. He lost, was it two depots and the bunker?
Was his depots upgraded too?
No, I don't think they were. I can't remember.
Oh, don't come on. They're relatively even, I think. Top left, bottom right? No? I mean, Cash is getting his tank going.
Well,
Cash only has 2 bunkers, though. That's 3, I guess.
But see how easily they just like tore through Starduck's units? If he's still on all 10s.
And they were the ones that switched. So what I always think is if you switch and you dominate the other side, that means you probably shouldn't have switched. Let them kill top right with you, and then you would have won the game. That's what it kind of tells me.
Yeah, especially.
Oh, man. I think bottom right just won it. I think top left completely threw the game.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think now top right, it just forced the 4v2 on them. I think we're in it for another 30 minutes now because of that switch. Thank you, Cash.
So now let's see who's angry. Let's see who's vindictive. Is top left gonna continue at top right, or are they gonna say hey, screw it, let's all attack bottom right now? What's going on?
Any true zone control lover are all vindictive. That's just the nature of how people get things better.
I think that's a flaw, though. In this kind of game, in this kind of situation, you have to have a cool head, a level head. You have to say, okay, whatever, you hit me, but still, I know that bottom right is still big or bigger. We need to, put aside our differences and call it water under the bridge and continue to attack the biggest team.
Yeah, and Relentless is still. Go ahead. Sorry, Peter.
No, I was going to just tell Cyrus, preach what you believe in. I think out of you, the person who team was with you, I think that's what they want to hear.
So Relentless is still pretty much aggro with everyone, which is interesting. He at this stage of the game, it's like he's just looking for trades. I'm surprised they're not committing more to bottom right, seeing how easily bottom right pushed them, and then just try to follow up to completion there with top right.
So it appears like no one wants to, really kind of commit. Everyone's just kind of attacking the middle, but little by little, like bottom right's getting pushed back. But once again, Fred's going to cut off, Relentless there. So it's just a free for all in the middle. It's a feed fest essentially right now. No one has plans.
And to speak on a little bit on that, I think that's perfect for CasVR. I think after this moment for the next 5 minutes or so, all he wants to do is keep feeding, for everybody to keep feeding, and not force that 4-on-2. I think the bigger you are, the longer you want kind of drag out the game, so you can start getting your tanks ready, getting all your upgrades in there, so the next big upgrade is of course calling down the second SCV. And then from there you can really start snowballing and pretty much locking a win for that at that point.
I still think they were in much better position if they did not do that switch 5 minutes ago. I mean, top left was pushing on Fred. Cash and them were pushing on Junis here, and then Cash and them switch, hit red, push them back, and now we're nowhere.
Yep, back to square one.
Oh my gosh, Luz's army just gets decimated there.
Yeah, got caught out of position, and I think Kaiser's tank will die.
You know what? It's all because of that extra 20 speed on Stardust being able to cut off that.
That's funny. But Kaiser says he lost 2 bucks. Is that true?
That is not true. Streams never lie.
So now we know zone control players are vindictive and liars. Okay,
yes, hardcore liars, flat out liars.
They only deal in hyperbole. It's like that friend that's always late, and you call them and you say, "Where are you?" "Oh, I'm just passing this exit right now. I'll be there in 5 minutes." And 20 minutes later, they show up.
Exactly. Thank you, CasVR, for making us look like gentlemen.
What did you lose? I lost 3 bunkers. That's also synonymous with I lost a shield tower.
Oh. So check this out. This is very interesting. Startup asked Fred to truce until bottom right is dead, and Fred said fine. So it looks like it's going to be 4v2 on bottom right until bottom right is dead.
They need turrets. They need a lot.
I think that's that's a fair thing, and that's exactly what Cash and them had, in my opinion, kind of threw away when they did that switch there. So now they're going to get punished for it, and I just hope to God they follow through with that.
You know darn well someone is gonna backstab. Oh crap! Kaiser's in one bunker. Let me let him live and backstab Fred in the back or something. Something's gonna happen.
He just randomly calls 2 tanks top left. He was right with one, but it just randomly calls it. And look, everyone reacts. Who cares? You already made the call. Build your own tanks.
I love all this preemptive turret plays right now, though. So I think that's really going to help. And I think at this moment, it's very dangerous. If this 4-on-2 becomes very stagnant and it can't really get anywhere in the next 5 or 10 minutes, it's only going to force bottom right to be even huger than they are right now.
Yeah. And Fred was kind of, poking in the middle, seeing what's going on. And I think Kaiser got to Fred. Fred's like, oh, crap, do they really have 2 tanks at the bottom? But even so, Fred committed to a truce. Yeah. So why is he still, scouting though?
And he's got tanks. He's got his.
Yeah, they have 2 tanks as well. So why does it matter? Even if they have 2 tanks, tanking down on Luz in the bottom. So no one really kind of rebuilding their tanks. If anything, if I was top right, I move along with 1 tank.
It looks like bottom right just have no position to build tanks, maybe except for this one right here.
Yeah, and top right did a good job of killing Kaiser's only tank, so now he's screwed.
Doing the slowest countdown in the world.
So they're not going to be able. Top Right's not going to be able to push Kaiser. So they probably need one of those tanks that Fred's hiding up there. Top Left can probably take out Luz, but it'll be a while before that happens. And as you said, Peter, that's the only spot for a tank for Kaiser, and that's where he's building a tank.
Konos, I think I'm taking away your title, Cleopatra.
I'm sorry?
I'm taking away your title. Remember who was that one girl who was on TV all the time, that Cleopatra, that tells you your fortune or your future?
Yeah, that was
the Miss Cleo comment that Go Get It always says.
Yeah.
That's like 20 years ago. That's hilarious. But yeah, like everything that you actually said, like Kaiser has somehow adopted your ideas in some way or form or fashion. It's purely coincidence, but it's just funny that it is a coincidence.
And Cash just sticking on with the humor politics now.
Yeah. Right now, they see that tank, it just finished. Freddy needs to pull down one of his tanks and start, tanking. Because, Kaiser's just feeding. And now with the tank, he's going to feed even faster. So, they're going nowhere. Top Left has a good idea by, having Relentless, bring a tank. So that's good, but...
I like how the tank's the one that picks up the 200 minerals there. It's great.
Like a boss.
A little bit miscalculated on that shield tower.
Alright, so it looks like Luz is pushing, but I don't think it's going to be able to hold. Kaiser's tank's coming down with... But still, that bunker will go down. And Top Right still, just feeding into Kaiser.
Yeah, they're not fully committing. I think they're hoping that Top Left will do most of the dirty work. And it might pay off. Wow. It looks like Relentless is going to lose that tank.
Oh my
gosh! Saved it. Holy smokes.
He
saved
his bunker.
Really, really bad.
But it looks like Kaiser will lose a Marine bunker?
Good trade.
I think it's...
No, they might save it.
He might say... No, it's going to go down, yeah. Okay.
That would have been amazing. That would have been so sick.
Yeah, but I think that's a good trade for Kaiser, to kill that tank and, for that bunker.
Yeah, and then restabilize.
Yep.
Get that bunk up again.
Oh man, he is really tryharding with the politics right now, isn't he?
Yeah, that's his new style or his new gameplay.
Cyrus, he created a monster with that guy.
I think anyone could tell after the supply replenishment there, saying, he's streaming from two distinct areas to resupply. He very clearly does not have one bunker.
I don't think anybody's buying, what he's selling, so.
Kaiser is like 2,000 euro right now, right? But I think he's technically speaking supposed to be at 1,700. But because of politics, it's an extra 300.
Oh, so Fred, instead of making sure that bunker was canceled, deviated from that plan and went for the Marine or went for the Rotter bunker or something like that, and now that allowed Kaiser to get his bunker up.
What is Relentless doing? Relentless. Oh, he's probably trying to get feed just to re-go. No, he's got to... I don't know what they're doing.
Another bunker went down for Kaiser.
Yeah, so that bunker completes and then goes down. Is that what I saw?
Yep.
Wow.
But Fred needs to push with that tank. This is his only chance. If Cassie's already... Oh, wow, and he lost his tank. Okay.
Yeah, so looks like they finally broke through a little bit.
Don't switch. Do not switch. Bad Relentless.
So I don't think Starduck will. Starduck's one that offered the truce in the first place. And here comes top left. Are they gonna go for the snipe?
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of going for it. That bunker is going down quite slowly, but it looks like it will be enough for it to be finished off. Or not.
No.
Yeah, I think that problem there was instead of focus the bunker from the get-go, they started off with a turret, and that cost them.
So I know Fred already promised to finish bottom right before they switch.
Don't do it, Relentless.
Relentless, no.
Switch.
Bad Relentless.
What is he doing?
Why? There's no need to do this. There is actually no tactical need to do this.
So Starduck should be like, telling Relentless, hey, don't do that crap. Cut it out. Bad Relentless.
I mean, they're looking. It's 34-29 is the team score up for top right, and Starduck's at 22-27. So you can say they're a little bit behind, but it's nothing questionable.
But you know what's scary right now? If you look at the resource, almost 5K minerals. This bunker right here really hurts them because they could have gone so many more tanks early on to really help defend. And Cata's at 3K, loses at 5K.
So Relentless does, backstab, Junus there. And the thing is, it just doesn't make sense. When you offer a truce to Fred and say, hey, Fred, truce until they're dead, that doesn't mean truce until it's beneficial for you to cut them off, or it just...
Yep. He was trying to politic. Oh, cancel the second rod. That's not how it works, buddy. That's truce till dead. That means you have a finite time.
And then now, like,
and Cash is jumping right in on it.
He's gonna piggyback on this. Terrible. Gee. So this is so everyone that's watching, this is exactly how we end up, with 2-hour and 30-minute games.
Speaking of which, great reminder for the 30-minute warning. These jerks.
People.
What do you guys think about this in the stream chat? Want to hear your comments. If you offer a truce till end, is it just bad form to relinquish that when you think you're at some kind of disadvantage? What kind of weight will those words carry in the future?
And the thing is, like, you have Kaiser at Fritz at 15K above Louis Theron, and that's his partner. So above Fred, it's still 15K, but I mean, that's 15K. So you still have bottom right for a top two with the tank and like a couple bunkers left. That's something that you don't want to let go. You can't let them live.
Yep. The only poetic justice that I see from this is it looks like top left will get ganked next, and they're the ones that initiated the switch. So, looking at the history, Cash switched, he got ganked, then top left switched, and now they're going to be the targets of it. What's the lesson? Don't switch.
I hope they commit to one corner and kill that corner. So I mean, if anything, like all bottom right has to do now, just kind of pick off from both sides a little bit here and there, get like 3 or 4 tanks, and then sit there for the draw.
Okay, I think with that move right there, this is really pissed off top right now, and there's no way for them to go back.
Interesting. This is not poetic justice. This is enabling behavior. Screw you, Cash. No.
Why is Fred not using those tanks? They already saw it. He needs to seize it.
He does so now, while getting a third tank. So it looks like team 1 and 3 are gonna commit to kill top right. But the question is, will they actually go through and finish every bunker in top right?
One thing we didn't mention, Starduck still has his nukes.
Ooh, that might come in handy, for the. So we'll see.
I don't know. So we got people in the stream chat saying that, yeah, it was clear that top left would win the 2v2. Well, it was clear the top right would win the 2v2. I don't know. I don't know if it looked that decisive. Did it look like if bottom right was the fall there, that top right would take it hands down?
No,
I felt like that. I'm sorry, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh no problem, man. You're good. But I think what you said was definitely a valid point. But it would have been close. But the thing is, top left was the one that says, hey, truce until they're dead. So not very honorable by breaking that truce, even though they're the ones that kind of, propose that truce in the first place. It's just not honorable. It's very...
Well, it's kind of silly, too, right? Because if they all pushed down bot right, it was a for sure win for top left. And I'm not sure why they switched it. They should have just taken a free win.
Yeah. So now we have this kind of, mentality where it's always going to switch. And now I really don't want this to be a draw, and I would want them to, to be able to kill top right. But if you're top left, do you really finish off top right? Because do you think they're confident in themselves to be able to take out bottom right by themselves?
Yeah, that's why it doesn't make sense to me. They should have just finished off bottom right. You have a better chance of success, as you said, with top right than you do bottom right.
So yeah, so now it's kind of almost it's almost a foreshadowing that we're gonna have a cutoff, a backstab on bottom right, pretty soon. So it's probably going to be a draw. This game will probably be a draw, unfortunately.
Fred does have 3 SCVs though. When the heck did he get those? Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, I really say this is going to be a draw. I hope I'm wrong though. I really hope I'm wrong. And look at top left. Now they're scout, Oh shit, bottom right's massive. Hey, guess what? They're like 15 to 20k above you. They're gonna be massive. You should have killed them in the first place.
Agreed.
Look at Cash. We're small, right?
You know, if they didn't switch, they would have won the game. And the amazing thing is they would have won 2 in a row tonight. They won the last game, and they will win this second one. Now let's see if they could still pull off.
And look at Kaiser trying to politic his way out. It's like he doesn't care who's bigger. He's just saying that to make it seem like he's pretty weak or he wants to help somebody. It's ridiculous. Kind of the psychology behind what he's saying.
How long has Pro League been going on? Have you guys ever had any team that won twice in a row?
Yeah.
You guys did, okay.
Lots of teams have won 2 games in a row. I think we even had a
3-game shutout.
Yeah, we never had a 3-game shutout before though.
But 2 in a row was kind of common.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's happened with 3 or 4 teams already, I think.
I think Trigger and them might have pulled a 3-game shutout. To be honest, I'd have to go back and check.
Guys are asking him truth till death.
So how can you even believe anybody now? Truth till death. It means hey, I'm gonna backstab you when it's convenient for me. That's what it means. So can't even believe anybody. Whoa!
Wait, what?
What? See, I thought top left was gonna backstab bottom right, but it appears top right's gonna bottom right's gonna backstab top left. Jeez.
Cash is they're enabling Cash's behavior here. That's all I gotta say.
I did it.
Did it. Yeah, I mean it was a combination of top left's decision making and Cash, but Cash looks like he'll definitely come out ahead of this. I don't know. I think they should have just took out Cash and top right could have rebuilt a little bit to go on top left. I think we'll see another switch here, but they did the whole until death thing again, so they're getting married.
So if bottom right is smart, they should play ball until top left is completely dead, and then bottom right wins for sure. Yeah. So if top right wants to have a chance to win this game, they need to weaken them and then switch on bottom right. But I mean,
it was much more even the first time around. Darn it.
Yeah.
We're almost guaranteed another switch.
Yeah, but this is definitely Relentless's fault. Kind of poking and backstabbing. When they had a chance to kill bottom right.
Yeah, bottom right was literally.
Of course, Cashier is totally committed now. He wants to make sure everybody knows this. I'm totally committed to this.
Yeah, and he knows it too. He knows if like they kill top left, he wins the game. And he's going for the kill. And top right is playing ball. Oh my gosh. Top right is playing ball. But see, this is the thing. Top left has no one to blame except for themselves. They're the ones that made that initial backstab when they asked for a truce until death.
There we go, GG.
And that's their fault, so they can't blame anybody but themselves. And I really think now, bottom right has the win. Kaiser getting 2 tanks at once for a total of 4 tanks when those 2 tanks are completed.
Yeah, Lou is just getting more and more bunks too, so we will have to outsupply and
yeah, does Kaiser help? Now Kaiser getting mid. And he has that splash damage too, so that's pretty much after this is it. This is the game right here. So we'll see what happens. And it doesn't look like top right is doing very well in this battle. Oh shit! I think Kaiser got a little too aggressive, in those battles. And what is Junior's doing? He should be killing those tanks.
You're absolutely right. Those are completely dead tanks right there.
Yeah, they had the position.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Junis wasn't even able to get that bunker that he went off to. It's not good.
Yeah, they killed the army. They should have just pushed that mid bunker and kill the tanks. But wow, I think that was a misstep by Junis, unfortunately. Dang, and I think bottom right just like that regained the game. Wow, that's just so unfortunate. So unfortunate. And I think right now we're just waiting for a GG.
Agreed. I'm glad that it finally did come down to a decision. Agree with you a little bit. I know when we get to the lobby startup, we'll be like, why didn't you switch? But hey, they had a better chance before they switched that first time.
And it's weird because they're the one that says truce until death. Starduck asked for the truce for death, or truce until death. It made no sense for them to do that. Fred was playing ball. Fred is an honorable man, and it's just very unfortunate that top right is going to lose this game.
Yeah, I hope this game proves to a lot of viewers out there that politics can really change the whole game. So when you're in a game, don't totally.
Well, the thing is, Peter, all these viewers that are watching right now have been watching for months, and it never changes. No one ever learns. Never. Unfortunately.
And remember guys, we're vindictive, we're liars, and we're very, very good politicians, alright? So.
I like Fred with his bunker right here. Just to drag it out a little bit more. But hey guys,
we are, man.
We'll be coming back here with Game 3 of the night. That was the end of Game 2. One more coming back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back up with you. looks like Starduck, for whatever reason, is not able to keep up with the feeding there on Water Demon and whatnot.
Yeah, but still, like I think Water Demon is still last place. But you're right. Starduck is kind of slowly descending the scoreboard.
All right, that Reaper Bunker does go down for Sofa. It's not looking good now for bottom left.
Wow!
You might throw up the score screen for the
yeah.
Score check. Cash IR 10,000, Relentless 9,000, and Sofa score check is just about
wow gone.
Wow.
That is insane. Like so, once again, Sofa it's kind of a common thing. Whenever I see Sofa play, he's always like one of the first ones out. Jeez, poor Sofa. The middle patch on the right hand side.
Yeah,
Kaiser went straight forward too. I'm joking. There's nothing there. I was
look at this. Top left going right for a snipe here on Fred and them. If they don't make any credible move, I did not foresee top right being the
wow. Okay, can he save it? Fred might save it right now.
He did. But hit Red, push him back, and now we're nowhere.
Yep, back to square one.
Oh my gosh! Lose his army just gets decimated there.
Yeah. Got caught out of position, and I think Kaiser's tank will die.
You know what? It's all because of that extra 20 feet on Starlight cut off that.
That's funny.
Hey, it looks like Starduck, for whatever reason, is not able to keep up with the feeding there on Water Demon and whatnot.
Yeah, but still, like I think Water Demon is still last place. But you're right. Starduck is kind of slowly descending the scoreboard.
All right, that Reaper Bunker does go down for Sofa. It's not looking good now for bottom left. No, it does not go down. Holy. That was so close to death. But meanwhile, it looks like Zeteo is going to get eliminated from this matchup. Bunker is in the orange. It's now in the red. Zeteo is calling dead. And GG for top left Zeteo. Yeah, I think so. All right, guys, welcome back. We are in here for Game 3 of the night. My name is Draconis, and join with me, we have Cyrus the Virus and Go Get It. How are you guys doing?
Yo!
All right.
Dude. That was cool.
Real shit, no draws tonight? Can we not have a draw?
Don't say that. Don't say that crap.
Hour and a half draw incoming. We're all screwed now.
Bad, Go Get It.
All right, calling out team member positions. We got Loose Thurin and Cash IR in top left. And top right, we have Curto and Relentless. Bottom right, we have Trigger and Water Demon. And then bottom left, we have Fred and Oblivion. Got a little bit of an echo going on one of us. Or not. Guess we don't.
Oh, good.
Should be muted.
And look at...
Go ahead.
I'm watching Ambi in the stream. There's so many people that are away, and it looks like Ambi's starting up a little impromptu session with the bot, getting another game rolling. That'll be fun.
What?
You can do it. Hey.
Yeah. So I was talking to Luz before the game, and I was telling Luz, hey, dude, I don't know how you do it, but somehow, like, you always, like, you win a lot of games. Who's there and just, pulls out the win somehow.
That's
good
right.
for him.
He took a couple in the last one too, didn't he?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, and then like just constantly, you'll see him win like massive games. I think he had a two game win streak, like you were talking about with Trigger, and now he has another win with Kaiser. So I'm curious to see like the stats on the website, when I get a chance.
Trigger hasn't played the last couple of games. What is his streak? It's like 5 or 6, isn't it, right now?
I think didn't he play like a game last week and lost and lost? No, he played I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know if he lost. 2 nukes went down in the middle of this, by the way.
No, it was a draw. He had a draw last week. That's what it was.
He hasn't lost, but he does have 1 draw in the last little bit.
Yeah.
Water Demon versing Oblivion this time. That should be fun.
Ooh, yeah.
So first matchup was against Starduck. The second one against a new player. That's always a good sign. See exactly how he performs, if he does any better or worse in this match.
Trigger nuked? No, Trigger, if you look at score, is... Why am I not surprised? And he still has his nuke behind, too.
Who's his lane? Oh, it's Relentless. Yeah.
Oh, Relentless. Poor guy.
Yeah, he just made a bad call last game, and that it pretty much cost his team the win. So. Okay. Relentless, falls behind, and he does nuke Trigger.
I want to, just real quick, Cass played the end game of the last game really well, but it's one of those things people will often look at the end of a thing, like the last play of a game, and be like, oh, the last play of the game denotes the whole game. Cass played a unique strategy. I think he even complimented Fred in the stream in Discord afterwards. But he started out doing, and you guys were commenting on it, it was a 1 bunk, stim before second bunk, murked.
Yep.
I haven't seen that, and it's weird to see not Fred do that, and it ended up working out clearly in his favor.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a unique thing to see, and it was really kind of a pleasure to watch. So good shit, Cass.
Yeah. His lane was actually Drunas. Drunas had the Merc Reapers too. So 2 bunkers with the Merc, and Kaiser was able just to power through. So
especially Junis is very, very good. So that's not a joke to be able to lane him and end up winning the game. So makes it uniquely good. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember Genus, from like years and years and years ago. He used to be a good player. Now it's like he's back to top form. He's back to playing top notch. And every time I see him play, he plays really good.
He gets cut a little bit on the right, nothing too crazy. Micros is the way around. Actually, a little bit behind. Relentless is pulling the Trigger by getting better upgrades than Trigger. I wonder if Trigger's. He must be because he's right at 1K.
Yeah. So who's your favorite in this going into this DGI?
I actually really like bottom left. I think Oblivion's a really, really good player. I think Fred. You guys were even talking about it last game, or somebody's mentioned it in Discord or talking about it last game. Fred just is kind of always there late game. I think there have been 1 or 2 games where he gets bonked early and it's just like, bad situation, get nuked or whatever. But his strategy, I think it was Cass actually, he was like, his strategy works for him, and it really does. It's one of those things where it feels like he should be behind when you get Reapers versus his Marine-only build, and then halfway through the game, he's top 2.
Yeah.
One of those things where I'm not going to say, well, to be frank, Trigger's probably going to win. Not a game to him, but I actually think bottom left on paper is probably the best team. So it should be an interesting game, no doubt.
Yes, yeah, definitely. I was going for Fred and Junis last game. I was assuming Fred would definitely be their late game, and it just didn't really pan out in the end for them. So, but yeah, I would agree. I would say Water Demon once again, doing the early mercs, which is like a very terrible play. It didn't work out for him last game, and it's not working out for him this game. He's last place, while his lane is first place. So yeah, once again, he does this kind of build, and he's really he's like the deciding factor of kind of like the way like the early game goes. So yeah, definitely kind of we really have to kind of like reassess, like the King of the Hill, perk down the road. But I think that'll definitely hold Trigger back. And like you were saying, I really favor, bottom left. Fred's like a great player. Oblivion's, just even better, or the same, if not even better. Yeah, bottom left is kind of definitely my favorite going into this game. How about you, Drac? What do you think?
I'm liking bottom left, definitely. I'm rooting for the new guy. I'm fairly sure the bot did him every favor that he could ask for. And let's see if he's able to help Trigger, which is normally a strong player, go to victory. He just needs to be more in a support role here. So know your role, and let's see if he can pull it out. So far, not a good start, though. Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
See, this is the thing with War Pigs, like in a full game, when you go War Pigs, there's just so many factors, and one of the factors is actually getting cut off, and you're gonna lose pretty much your whole army, and it's even worse because you have the War Pigs, you're gonna feed somebody super hard, and that's like the biggest kind of con to go on War Pigs in a full game. 1v1's a little different because there's not all the extra RNG factors, but in this game you really can't do what Water Demon's doing and expect to have a different result.
I'm going to be myself and acknowledge if bottom left or bottom right would scout with anything, they have a free 100. Please, guys. Can we please scout, please?
And Oblivion's going to see it, yeah.
Everybody do it.
And that's the thing, like stay in your lane, it really pays off for you. You have that lane control, you have the War Pig feed for Oblivion, and he's doing great, so.
That 100 adds 5% to his score immediately without having to put any of his army at risk. Early game, that's big time, right? 5% extra equity is certainly worth it.
Yeah.
So the time has passed, but Drac, at a certain point, just like a minute ago, you were like, and this guy needs to know his role. I swear to God, he needs to know his role and shut his mouth, I would have lost it.
That is hilarious.
It would have been so good. Just, like straight from the rock. I was like, oh my God, he's going to quote the rock right now? This is incredible.
That is hilarious.
I wasn't even thinking that. I am culturally insufficient right now.
Are you familiar with the WWF or WWE?
Nope. Okay. I don't get to watch that stuff.
Oh no! If you had laid that out there, I would have lost my shit, man. Really
and you just hear Drac, if you smell. That'd be really funny.
Oh my God, that would have been so good, dude.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Water Demon had such a good opportunity to nuke in the middle. His STV was kind of being microed around. It felt like he was looking for it. Cass has upgraded Marauders in the middle. Oblivion kind of had them in there as well. If he'd have hammered both of those down, he actually would have, he's right at 1,000. He would have scooted way above. He ended up washing his SCV right in the middle of that time and getting worked over by Oblivion, but maybe a little bit of a miss spot.
Yep, and that definitely could have been his opportunity to, nuke, drop a bunker, and been able to get it. But now, it's just, there's no way he's going to be able to get it. And now Trigger's, paying the price too. Trigger's has to come back and stop feeding on or stop doing what he's doing, and help his partner. So, and it's eventually going to get to a point where Trigger's going to have to completely stop what he's doing to defend Water Demon, or he might even let him die. I don't know what Trigger has in store. So,
Trigger's upgrades just destroy bottom's left upgrades. It's actually crazy how much more money he's been able to invest. I guess Oblivion's sitting on about 1,100 right now, so I'm assuming he's saving up for bunk number. Unless he's going to murk both bunks right off the bat. But Trigger is ahead by 5 or 6 in every category upgrades. First bottom left.
Or maybe Oblivion's going to get 2 depots. We'll see.
Oblivion's sitting on 1,500. What is he What is he saving for?
I don't know. He needs to definitely spend him right now.
General, think of it like single player. I think theoretically perfect. You would never have more than 400 in the bank if you're Protoss or Terran to be able to take a base, right? So you would want to spend that extra money, on upgrades, which he does. So he capped his. Okay, now he's just drained it all into upgrades, I assume.
Yep.
Otherwise, that wouldn't make any sense. So that's a little weird. He took a couple of fights with 1,500 in the bank, especially versus Trigger, who has really good upgrades.
Yeah. Does he match Trigger? No, not yet. Oh, Trigger's 12. He's getting all those 12 attack, 8 range. Just one aim through Oblivion.
to do something weird right now and nitpick Trigger, though I'll probably figure it out. And they're actually in an okay position, so it's not the worst thing. Trigger should actually, well, now that the bunk's down, it's kind of moot, but he should have moved his SCV behind Water Demon's bunk in case he had to pull the nuke while it was building. That's like the small, look, I just want to nitpick the guy because he didn't do anything wrong, all right? But that was like the smallest thing I could come up with. It's one of those things where you want to put that in a kind of a defensive position so the reaction time between you having to pull the trigger and the nuke going down is a little bit less. Sometimes the matter of seconds matters in this game, of course.
Yep. I definitely agree. So now, like, you know, like once again, you know, Oblivion really taking the advantage, like, of his lane domination. He's trying to cut into Trigger, prevent Trigger from feeding.
Top 3 in score kind of running away with it. Top 2 by far and away, and then there's Loose kind of in the middle, and then everybody else between 2,200 and 3K. So those teams will be interesting to watch as time moves forward. What's the gap between? That's crazy. Trigger in first, Water Demon in last.
Yeah. See, like, and that is the biggest indicator, or like the biggest key there. You know, like that is the lane, and you know, like that, you know, that definitely that is like Water Demon is the weakest player, you know, or the weakest player in that lane, and Oblivion's really just, you know, it shows like the skill level. I don't think I said exactly what I wanted to say, or you said it properly, but you know what I'm saying.
It's tough. You're learning a really good player.
Yes.
It's one of those things where it's really tough to do this. I don't want to be super grandiose here, but it's tough to do this as a human, to acknowledge that somebody's better at something and then attempt to adjust your play, or like in this case, your gameplay, to work to your strengths and kind of minimize their opportunities. But it's difficult when you're naturally at a disadvantage. Think about playing like basketball versus somebody who's way taller. Like, you're probably not going to have to drive, so you're going to have to take more outside shots, and you kind of have to adjust your play like thusly. It's one of those things where in this game, where you autopilot often, but not for thinking outside of the box like a trigger or something, it makes it a difficult thing to overcome when someone just has more talent. It's a unique thing in this game.
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like so much Fred and Oblivion actually switch lanes to try to balance it out a little bit here, or at least that's what it's looking like so far.
Oh, wow. What do you think about that play? What do you think about the switch?
I think it's actually okay, but I'm thinking I feel pretty shady if I'm Water Demon. But just as I say that, it looks like maybe they're both going to make a run now on Loose Theron. Water Demon chilling in the center. He is going to try to go ahead and cut them off now. This might be a... They do pull off.
Yeah, that was definitely a win for Loose Theron there. You know, he was able to feed. Ooh.
Nuke. It's 5 minutes too late. He should have done the exact same thing earlier, which would have snowballed his early game a little bit better. That ends up being a reasonable nuke for value rather than like defensive. I appreciate the nuke.
So Water Demon's still like, you know, close to last place. Third from last place now.
And he's sitting in 500, so that nuke actually has no follow-up action to it. Maybe just some upgrades. That's it.
Yep.
He's still way behind.
Yeah, he's not nuking into a bunker or nuking to snipe a unit. I mean, I'm actually a proponent of early nukes. I know a lot of people aren't, but I would say if you're not going to use it early, then use it with a purpose later.
Yes, and that's kind of, you know, like the way to go.
That definitely is from the Book of Fred. Like, that quote was taken directly from the Book of Fred. If you're not going to use it early, save it for really late value, for like busting a tank or defending a bunker.
Yeah, and that's kind of, you know, whatever I'm laning Fred or laning Fred's ally, you know, that really, you know, since Fred keeps his nuke, that eliminates my option to go an early tank, you know, for the win. It really does.
Watch this. I think Fred's going to try to run interference, and then Oblivion's going to go in for a snipe. He's sitting. He's waiting. He wants to do it.
Now's the time now. He can get that brain bunker.
This can ruin this if he comes down and crashes it, or he can actually join in the party if he goes towards Water Demon. Nope, he crashes the party a little bit. And that Loose building Marauders as well.
Oh, man, and he just decimates Loose.
It's at supply. What's the supply count at right now?
Supply count is at 75 right now compared to Loose Theron, which is at 55.
Ooh, yeah. That 20 extra upgrade of Reapers really makes a difference.
Oblivion floating another 1,500 in the bank. Maybe setting up for a tank at this point?
He has to at least upgrade, you know, his depots at least.
Trigger just typed something in chat? What the hell is going on here? Weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Well, Trigger knows he's going to be the unfortunate victim of the Sniper Reaper play, so he wants to play into this from Cass as much as he can.
Cass and Kurto had kind of been equally trading, where you have two good players, and nobody wants to take a uniquely bad spot, but they're also not willing to equally trade with one another, and it kind of just puts you behind the pack, and it shows. Those two guys have over 2K ELO. They've earned it. Cass played a great game last time, but it's one of those things where they're just going to run each other dry because don't want to take bad spots.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going in for the snipe right now. They are staying on that bunker. Bunker is at
upgrades.
10,000 health. Upgrades on the bunker, 111.
Oh, look at Luz, though. Luz bunker. Wow, this is
they're going to lose two bunkers. Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Everybody going straight to the top left?
Wow. And this is why it's super important to stay in your lane, or at least, kind of keep an eye on your lane so this does not happen. That is devastating for Luz.
Demon should lose his army, and Fred should actually bring his nuke, and they should kill off Luz right now. Luz is dead if they go for it.
Yes, one bunker.
Oh, they're going to pull back. He is completely out of this game if they run up there right now and kill that bunk.
Yeah, I think Oblivion doesn't want to tell anyone that loses on one bunker. And it always surprises me when people don't say, hey, I'm on one bunk and the dude pulled back. It's good information to have.
Well, they kind of want to, not keep that to themselves because they want to survive as much as possible. They don't want, to incur more, hey, come and kill me. I think by saying that says, hey, come and kill me, don't let me live, in a way. So, that was Kaiser trying to get a Rider bunker now, and easily canceled. I think they will kill Luz here. Oh, no.
I actually think he's going to try and move around and just snipe units for value, if he can. Yeah, I think he's intentionally leaving that bunker up at this point.
I think he was seeing if Kurto would stay on that other bunker. He definitely wants to weaken both players.
I think top left is in the worst spot currently, followed by top right, second worst spot, and then bottom two are pretty close with bottom left in the lead. Also, they're trying to throw down a Marauder bunker, which it seems after the SCV gets back to work, it should go down, just given relative supply.
Yep. And then
Jesus, Oblivion has 2K, 2,600 in the bank.
Again? Wow.
Bro, you got me on what's going on. I would love to hear his logic right now. Okay, now he just blasted it all in the... Oh, no, he's building a tank and blasted summon upgrades. I get to see what he was doing.
Yeah, so I want to say Oblivion's playing really good this game. Like, really good. I've been seeing, he's dominating his lane. He has, his build definitely going. He's sniping bunkers left and right. So he's playing really good now. Or really good this game.
He and Trigger are just by far and away ahead of everybody else.
Oh, yeah. And, Luz was the third place, but now, with those, two bunkers that just got sniped, he's out of the running right now. It's really,
real interesting to note. Usually, two teams that are doing good are usually at the diagonal. Now it's both bottom teams. That's interesting.
The top is kind of in poverty situation, and the bottom is kind of in rolling in the money. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, middle class, maybe upper class, eventually or soon.
The more I see this, the more it's clear Oblivion is intentionally keeping Luz around. Whether that ends up being the right play or not is debatable, but he is without question kind of holding on that. And Oblivion, I almost want to say maybe is influenced by Fred. I think Fred did his last game where he built a tank, hit it, built another tank, hit it. Ended up not working out because of the side switch. Cass ended up winning the game at the end, but they're in a much more to make a tank push. Maybe I'll prognosticate here. They're going to attempt to kill top left and then immediately switch to bottom right, roll two tanks over there, and win in that fashion. I think that's actually a plausible way to victory, assuming that happens. Also, Fred, of course, still has his nuke, so if he brings that over, it kind of makes the armies get washed immediately. Pull two tanks, you're going to have at least two bunks dead. If I can predict the future in about 5 minutes.
Oblivion's max supply up to 85 now. Hasn't really increased it so much since then, so I don't think he wants to expand out and show how big he is.
Yeah, well, he's getting his second tank. It's actually almost done, so he's building up his tanks now. Do you think his next step is to start expanding, or I don't see him getting a third tank. I would rather just
He'll He'll probably just go for finishing top left then at that point. Start with Cash's bunker. Oh no, I say that right as he drops a bunker, so
there you go.
Set.
I wonder if, I don't, maybe this is the logic, I wonder if they build the tanks thinking that as soon as they kind of inevitably kill off top left, if the 4v2 comes, and they're just going to have them for defensive, because the way they're sitting, it doesn't look like they're going to move them on the offensive. So potentially they're figuring out, like, hey, the 4v2 is coming, go ahead, get ready, like run up our score with these tanks, and then, you know, kind of survive the storm and then move forward from there. So that might be the logic there.
And I think, you know, with that being said, if that does come to be, you know, like say like, you know, like they kill off top left, I think Fred can take top right by himself with Oblivion's tanks, and Oblivion can definitely take, you know, bottom right by himself.
I completely agree. Fred's upgrades and kind of infrastructure dominate top right, so that seems very plausible.
Yep, and Trigger or Oblivion has the tanks, you know, to support Fred, and I think this is, you know, I think that would be it'll be a small risk, but I think it's going to be a risk that will pay off with, you know, with the W for them.
It is hard to do because we have complete information looking at the map, but given bottom right doesn't know about these two tanks and probably doesn't know about the one upgraded bunk on the far left and the supply from Oblivion that's going down, if you're bottom left, what are you trying to do right now to maintain this game? Given the information you have, we can see the tanks, so we have a little more complete information there as Luz finally goes out of the game. But I think bottom left is just a really tough spot.
Yeah, well, if I'm bottom left, you know, I'm going to focus on Fred. I would take that like that extra rudder spot on top, and then have Oblivion's tank behind it, you know, supporting, you know, so it can have that extra, you know, help to defend top right, while Oblivion just focuses on bottom right solely and wins.
Oh, and also, Luz now should be able to see the whole map, and he should be able to relay information to Kaz. It'd be interesting. It seems as if top right doesn't understand. Oh, Kaz calls out the information. Yeah, that's another gray area, right? So that what I just said effectively just happened, right?
Trigger says it. I mean, Cash called out the exact same thing last game. So.
Yeah, but it's just really, you know, it's really
gray area.
Yeah,
that was Luz.
Kaiser, yeah.
So that should make top right basically either trade with bottom right or go ahead and everybody dog up on bottom left. And they believe him, which they do.
Yes. Oh, and here it comes. I think, you know, like before this happens, you know,
Fred calls it right now.
Before that happens, like they need to somehow kill Kaiser, because Kaiser's not gonna, you know, play ball at bottom left. He's gonna backdoor, you know, Oblivion. So he needs to kill Kaiser really fast before the actual 5v or 4v2 happens.
Throw up the score real quick, Drac.
Relentless taking Cyrus fights to heart. I guess that means stay in your lane. Is that what he's referring to? Yep, it is.
Well, let's kind of, you know, like analyze that, because like I was having a conversation last night, you know, with some of the guys. The scoreboard. Relentless is last place, okay? Relentless is actually getting dominated, you know, in his lane. So I was like, think about it this way: if I'm Relentless, why am I going to help the lane that I can't beat? Think about that for a minute. Why is he going to help Trigger kill bottom left while he can't even beat Trigger right now?
Yeah.
What would you say about that?
I guess fair point. I guess it just depends on the aggregate, right? Will Blue and him be able to help him? And probably not. I would say definitely top right is in a very, very bad situation.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna need, like, you know, all the time they can get in this game to somehow come back magically. But I think.
And right now they should. All this action in the middle should tell him that he's actually got an opportunity to take out Cash.
Yeah. And so Oblivion's doing good. He's gonna probably try and take out, you know, Cash. But I think he needs, you know, more supply. And I think he needs to just kind of sit back and max out for a minute. And here comes the SCV for the turn. Oh no, just the.
Prepare the siege. Yep.
Yes. Here it comes.
He's figuring he has to resupply anyway to his 100 supply.
Yeah.
And
that's like almost double Kaiser.
Nope, no turret. Just straight on the bunker. I mean, I don't even need to worry about the units. Let me just go straight on the bunker.
Will he get it? Yeah, he got it.
It says 2 turrets there, but oh man, if his SCU was repairing that whole time, I don't know if that goes down. But he was trying to build, not necessarily wrong, but trying to build a shield tower there.
One more?
Trigger has a tank and is building another. He has 20/20 attack defense.
So if you're Trigger, your job is to try to... I mean, I guess Oblivion's next goal is to hit them, so... Yeah, never mind. I was thinking Oblivion might go for top right, but it makes more sense to go towards Trigger.
And like right now, like kind of judging like looking at outside the box or looking from like a higher perspective, like the team that really deserves to win is bottom left. Bottom left has killed their lane, whether it's Oblivion or Fred that killed the top left. Trigger has not killed his lane. His lane is still up there and standing. So Relentless can either still kind of contain or keep attacking Trigger or help him. But he's still alive, and that's a massive thing. So that's on Trigger, and that's going to allow bottom left to kind of be free since they've already won their lane. They can pretty much do whatever they want. So I would definitely say bottom left would deserves to win this game.
They're hiding 2 tanks and building a third.
Who's that?
Has a plan? I don't know what it is, but he has a plan. I just wonder what this is going to end up being.
Definitely.
They have to be for either defense from bottom left, as here comes 2 oh my goodness, these tanks. Okay, there comes the army. Yeah, they have to be for defense from these 2 tanks, otherwise I don't quite understand.
And look at Water Demon, just sits there, doesn't back up, he's like...
To fill the bunk, too. Yeah, that bunker has to have units in it right now.
Yeah. So look at that. Blue Stern is pinging Kaiser to hit, and like Diego's hitting him too. So
those tanks are way out of position to defend the left side of the map here.
Yeah, and this is what I was saying. Like Oblivion had to have killed Kaiser first before he does anything. Because the Kaiser's gonna just get all game. Kaiser will not play ball with bottom left.
Shouldn't play ball either.
Nope, he shouldn't. Because like obviously like Oblivion's no, Trigger's first place. So like, I mean it's just really like what Kaiser who Kaiser wants to screw over at this point.
Thanks for the shout out, Fred. This is a good show, buddy. Thanks. Also, that was like a Zateo type needle. Zateo will say stuff like, "Hey, you guys have any brain amongst you? 2 brains, no brain." Like it feels like that was what Zito would say. It's slowly expanding.
Yeah, Oblivion has to kill Kaiser. Kaiser is going to be a pain in the butt all game unless he kills him, and he has a chance to do it now. But, jeez.
No, don't
Trigger.
do it.
Oh, that whole army is going to get washed.
Oh, look at that. Decent feat for Perdo there, a couple units.
And he sees the supply.
Had any more supply, God, he'd be so out in front. That's his bottleneck right now. Is clearly not the upgrades or the tanks; it's the supply. You build it. Given the way the maps come down, where do you build it? So this is APM is 60 right now. What is he doing?
Who's that?
If you look at Cassiar's APM in the APM tab, okay, now he's moving his arm. For the last little bit, it didn't look like anything was happening, but his APM's somehow still like 60 to 100. It's like, what? There's nothing going on up there. Like, what is he clicking?
Yeah.
That's chilling.
And once again, Kaiser, can we fact check that? Has Kaiser been hitting backdoor in Oblivion? I think he has.
Trigger's like, really?
The game. Just another game where they do this to me. Trigger still has his... Wait, Trigger still has his nuke? Also, how did I not see this?
Yeah,
God, he's in a way better spot than I thought.
Yeah, the 4 tanks right now. But you know, like Trigger is still like Trigger is lucky that top left is still there. Because the top left wasn't there, then they'd be getting tanked and 4v2'd, and that could be it for Trigger.
Even does lose a bunk here in the middle of this. Also, I think it was correct. Some of the time he could have made a knee-jerk argument for Trigger to have nuked those two armies there. It was definitely right to not nuke. Like, you're going to need that either to defend your own bunkers, which are way more... Yeah, either the tanks or your bunkers, which are way more valuable than an army that has literally 10,000 less minerals spent into the upgrades. This might be a better spot. Losing one of your bunkers, which has way more value, is a far more reasonable nuke. I just has to sit on it, of course. He has 5, 5, and 2 for upgrades for bunks, so... In the meantime, Cass getting tanked.
Yep, and it looks like Cardo does come to the call. I didn't think anyone would come. Fred's shooting up now, and look at this Water Demon going in for some supply snipes.
That's annoying. He will lose the upgraded bunker, or the upgraded depot. No, he does not lose it. Wow, okay.
And he gets away with the tank.
Good for Oblivion.
Cash IR should know that it's in his best interest to eliminate him anyway right now. But Oblivion has to...
So, I have a question. Why did top right switch? Why did that happen for? Why is that a thing?
Yeah, I don't understand it either. It's because Cash called it he was being tanked.
But still, I mean, it makes no sense to me.
They are 100% keeping Cass alive. I also don't know why, but maybe they feel like they need him late game, given their position. They need him to come across and hit trigger or something. God.
Oh man, it's my
stole his army, then walked off. Yeah, this is interesting.
Cash able to remake that second bunker, so nothing got accomplished there.
Damn it.
I don't know if maybe I said this early game, but I appreciate the fact that these games are scored now. Is that drawing advised if you want to have a better score or a better overall ranking effectively in Pro League. So that, I think, will push spots like one that could come up here, assuming Cast Eyes and the standard 3 players where kind of bounces back and forth. It incentivizes a given team to go ahead and try and kill somebody off and then come back and defend, because the draw pays them nothing, whereas a loss actually pays you 1. So you actually get more equity from losing and taking a risk rather than chilling out and playing for a draw, which is not terribly exciting to either cast or watch, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that change in the Pro League.
Yeah, definitely. It's not in effect yet. It will go into effect with the next season in April 5th.
I'm not a fan of what Oblivion's doing. He's trying to force it, but he had Diagonal just kind of sitting in mid. So this is not, that was ballsy, but it doesn't pay off for him, and he's paying the price for it.
Trigger was going to march his tanks over, and then 2 armies came in. He immediately turned around. Those 5 tanks were on the move, and then he saw the 2 armies of Oblivion and Fred, and immediately turned those right back around. Cool to be this. I don't think this is a good strategy, but this would be so cool just to watch if Trigger would get the Arcalite cannon upgrade or whatever it's called, where the tanks can shoot as they move, and then just walk them all up the top right. I'm not saying siege them, I'm saying walk up and shoot them. Like, those things do serious damage, and top right with Trigger's army behind it wouldn't be able to kill them, in my opinion. Especially if he brought his SCV.
So, I mean, Triggers and Oblivion score are relatively close, so I guess top right can pretty much do what they want.
They're just chilling in mid. Their upgrades are just a little bit behind the average.
Yeah. So, are they going to kill Kaiser finally?
I wonder if they're going to take 1, maybe 2 bunks to leave him alive, or if they're just going to take 1 bunk and bounce, or if they're going to go ahead and take him out of the game.
Poor Cash. That's kind of good for bottom left.
Yeah, definitely. Really good for Oblivion.
Agree.
Really good for Oblivion. Amazing for Oblivion.
It does look like they're going to be committed to knocking our man out of the game.
Guess they want some room to expand out.
Yeah.
Now it's going to be natural on one of the 2 bottom teams. Which one are they going to choose?
Well, are they gonna attack Trigger here?
Straight to Trigger. Yeah,
right.
They just ran right over there.
Yeah, so now like Oblivion can actually move his tanks out there, and like start doing some damage. But unfortunately for Trigger, like he has to go through Water Demon first, so.
Trigger already, you can tell just with his tanks being here, he is ready to lose these first 2 bunks. He's started to bank money now. He's at 2K, and he is not spending anything. He knows what's coming.
Trigger has, I don't know if he has the splash upgrade because they're not sieged, but Trigger has 5 tanks. He's had 5 tanks for a while. They have a total of 5 kills. If you like, a couple has 0, one has 1, one has 4. Although this is like classic Trigger, right? Like he's gonna get whittled down, have a huge bank. Be like, okay, everybody will figure out time to switch, and then he's gonna show up with 5 tanks and destroy you. Like I've seen this story, I don't know, every week for the last 6 months.
Yep. But you gotta love the intuition. He didn't engage those tanks in the top line. He knows his fuel.
He knows it. Yep.
Oh my gosh! But the switch does happen.
Tank and bunk gets hammered by the other 2 tanks.
Tank goes down.
I missed that. I didn't even see that. That happened so fast.
Yeah, it was Oblivion's tank. It just died.
The tanks were shooting all at that same area, and it just destroyed everything.
Looks like top left is gonna try and take out attack Oblivion and Fred here.
That's right. That's the conundrum. Trigger is on 3 bunks.
So let me see what's going on here.
Probably has 15K in the bank. He's got 2,500 in the bank. And he's not
lying. All on black. Oh, it was the truth. Trigger's telling the truth. Yep. He had 3 blackjacks back to back to back. He'd had 15K. Now blackjack doesn't equate to ZC4 though. Maybe it will. Maybe it will in the middle of April. Oh, Drag, you should have gotten that. Like you and Phoenix are the only 2 that should have gotten that.
Yep. 3rd game in, probably a little fried.
I feel you. Expanding, trying to get a 2nd rotor down. Bright actually looks really good infrastructure-wise. They have probably equal structures to everybody else combined. At this point, otherwise it'd be real close. The only thing they're lacking, of course, is tanks. Relentless's SCV is inside the same square as 200 minerals.
Kurdo's catching up, though. Kurdo's up to 24,000 now.
Here goes one of Oblivion's tanks. Water Demon building a shield tower.
Yeah.
Now with some tanks.
So let me ask you this question: like now at this point, if they all agree to kill Trigger and Water Demon, do you think top right can take out bottom left, 2v2?
Throw scouts and sees the tanks. Actually gets really unlucky not to see them earlier, but then finally is able to see them as he scouts all the way through. Yeah, there's finally the truth that comes out that Trigger actually does have 5 tanks.
And they switch right away. It's funny, they said no callouts, but when they were killing this bunk, he had the tanks way back here. They should have been able to see it when they pushed them the first time. I mean, Fred and them didn't know until just a second ago.
For Trigger, position of your tanks becomes... You're probably, well, clearly going to get pushed from the top, but you're probably going to get pushed from the left as well. So you have a bundle, they all have splash, so you just got to figure out kind of the best position to put them in to where they're not killing your teammate by blowing up his army and blowing up his bunker, and then also killing the other team at the same time. Kind of lined up in an interesting spot now. Also, he picks up another SCV along the way.
So Oblivion getting his 5th tank now.
Thing here, but I like Kurdo building a sensor tower kind of out in the middle. He's not going to get hit from the left. He's got really good reactions, so he'll see the map if somebody after whatever happens here in bottom right.
Cash is taking the stream chat saying there was no reason to kill me, and Peter Griffin responded, I think at one point, no matter what, you had to die. It was smart for Top Right to kill you and get that feed, bunkers, and minerals.
They definitely needed at a certain point to catch up as far as upgrades. They're close. 16, 19, 15. You know, the big three are kind of right there. I'm sorry, did Trigger just make a joke?
Yep, he's making a joke.
What is going on this game? What is going on this game?
No one's getting the joke. They're not getting the joke. They're taking it very, very literal.
No. Great, a post-game argument's already set up on the game. Cool.
I don't even know what's going on anymore. Shit.
There's a misclick rally and they're disagreeing on the result of it, but yeah.
What? When has that, been like an arguable situation or mistake?
It's zone control. We can argue about everything. We can argue about it all, baby.
Why not, right?
It's like Oblivion should probably build some more bunkers. I mean, he has both top right and bottom left have free reign to build outward where top left was. Of course, Trigger, again, I kind of mentioned his problem was supply. He just doesn't have supply. Up to, as far as upgrades, he'll be able to throw turrets like crazy, but...
I don't understand what the argument is here.
Are they just mega nitpicking right now?
Yeah, I'm fairly sure that Trigger was still making a play from his earlier "you're cheating" comment. That's what I thought at first. But it almost sounds like Water Demon's being very literal here.
I don't think Trigger's publicly ever been salty, so that would be odd if he was serious about something like this.
Looks like Trigger won't be able to hold this forward bunker he was trying, or will he? It's thinning out a little bit. It might happen.
I think so, because I think like Top Right's biggest weakness is they don't have a tank. They're building one right now, but without a tank, those turrets can do work.
It is almost guaranteed not to have splash, and Trigger has a bunch of tanks, and he moves one in position, of course, with splash.
Yeah, so more turrets coming down with this nuke, to back it up, and a tank. I mean, he's gonna.
Trigger's positioning is so good, man. Like the turrets are in the right spot, right around the bunker. The tank's in the right spot, right around the army. See, this is what it's supposed to look like when you're getting hammered.
Here comes a power push here from Oblivion. 3 tanks moving in on this bunker. It's so hard to even push like this, though, because, you have to get vision of that bunker. And that army just loses vision very quick. It does come out. Let's see if Trigger drops the nuke.
Oh.
No, who was that?
Ooh, that was Fred. Yeah. That had to be Fred.
Yeah.
Back up after Fred uses his nuke. Oh, man.
And top right, they're incapacitated right now. They're not going to be able to move terribly much. Trigger will just counter nuke this, if anything.
Try to pull his SCVs over.
There it is.
There it is.
And that was Trigger's, right? That was Trigger's.
Yep.
Okay. So no more.
It's like your Miss Cleo, Drac. It was coming before it happened.
Oh yeah.
It's the Reddit in the cards.
Whatever let us back up his tank for? It was in a good position. Huh.
Crazy is that Fred has his nuke right now, triggers 3 tanks until he throws all his turrets down. We're pretty well wide open. And Water Demon's army is effectively going to get immediately destroyed. These tanks they're kind of just chilling. He has 10 armor on him, so that's not too bad.
I imagine the conversation right now with Trigger and Water Demon is Trigger saying, okay, I'm going to try to do everything. Your job is to just try not to die. So let me do everything else. Oh, no, he moves his
25
tanks.
Minutes left.
He moves his tanks. Oh, no. I don't know if that was an accident or not, but he will lose the bunker. Water Demon will get eliminated here. Or
actually,
I like
that.
For the tanks.
No, I like killing Water Demon. Oh, my God, it's so weak. Reapers are so weak. And he does have the Arc-Light 10 upgrade. Push these tanks. I actually love pushing these tanks exactly like how I do. Look at it. They destroy everything. Oh, walk them up, Trigger. Oh, man, that would have been so cool.
He knows he needs to protect this flank. Water Demon needs to throw turrets. He needs to be doing everything he can. And not attacking that far up. Not attacking that far up!
Not having Oblivion made a choice there to go for a tank. They ended up getting the tank. I actually think they're in. Look, Trigger's tanks are very powerful. Don't get me wrong, but I think killing Water Demon off was probably the right play. It completely for debate. But if you kill him off, they lose one SCV. What's funny enough, and of course they lose the bunk. But if they lose that SCV was repairing Trigger's tanks. Like exactly, he loses that. He loses map vision. Well, actually, funny enough, he gains map vision, assuming Water Demon they're communicating. But I think having Trigger down to just Trigger is probably better than having Trigger and Water Demon just literally being defended by 6 tanks where you can't move forward.
One tank in range. Oh, Water Demon.
Their army just got destroyed.
Yes. They got the vision, but
they do lose a tank. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, but look at top left or top right. You know, they push through. They're gonna find this bunker.
There was 6K
this is
in the
the point
bank.
where I think Trigger just says, "Okay, Water Demon will die."
It might not be worth defending it for him, actually.
I don't think it is.
Yeah, he already gave up on his partner. So the thing is, like, once Water Demon dies, are they gonna switch? I mean, I hate saying it because it happens all the time, but they shouldn't switch.
I guess I should say.
He's already 30K above. They need to kill him.
Oh, they're gonna switch. Trigger's won this son of a bitch. Fred called it an hour ago, bro. Fred, he's already won this game. Trigger's guaranteed to win this. I mean, like I said, this is. I've been watching the show on repeat, man. This is how it always happens.
Oh my God, the switch is coming.
Why? You have fucking Trigger at 30K above. You just spent him 30K up more than anybody, and you're gonna switch.
Oh no! In Oblivion, mismicros one of his tanks.
Oh.
Is he gonna lose it?
Oh, yeah, Trigger's gonna kill it. Yeah, God.
Will.
Oh, Trigger with an unfilled bunker. Guys, his other bunker is also unfilled. He's going to survive, but puts a little pressure on him. Trigger has 10K in the bank. I'm assuming he's been throwing turrets.
Yeah, they see all he has. You know, there's no way you can let a player like that, you know, with that much money, live.
Look at this. Oblivion's tanks have no vision. If they just inch a little bit out, they're just trying to slowly inch. Fred is like pushing his army flight slowly. There it is.
Trigger should call one more SCV.
And he does. Exactly.
Yeah, I think 1 was the right number. Oh my God, I hate this. Trigger really needs to defend. His bunker has, and his play clearly has way more value than Water. Water should die here almost always. The tanks are out of range. He needs to move the tanks back and defend his 1 bunker, and then throw turrets like crazy, and then pray to God the side switch comes.
So, don't tell me you're gonna switch. Don't switch.
Okay, bottom left. Say Trigger dies. Just say Trigger legs out right now. Top left or bottom right?
Or
top right or bottom left? Yeah,
bottom left. No, actually, well, yeah, bottom left has more.
Yeah, if the tanks can come along from top right, they'll get it. Also, they don't have splash, so there's another 2,000. Good scout by Kurto. That's exactly what needs to be done.
Well, I think exactly what needs to be done is to kill Trigger.
I agree, and that's the scout is going to incentivize keeping Trigger alive because he sees it. He sees that they're probably behind. Look at it, and Trigger immediately throws down 2 bunks that nobody can see. Nobody can see this currently. Relentless might be able to check his vision. Where is it?
Kurto.
Okay, he comes down and scouts. Yep.
Go.
Turrets?
They're going to easily cancel these 2 bunkers. Nice.
I don't think that got canceled. That one did. The one on the right did not. I think the one on the left did.
It looks like they will, do their best to.
He needs a fresh round of turrets whenever he has the opportunity.
It's like top right's going to play ball, which is, surprising.
Agree, actually, which is part of the problem.
But look at Relentless. He's hanging out in mid, seeing what's going on.
Trigger. And I think he's actually capable of thinking about it. Actually, is buying a nuke. Trigger needs to buy a nuke. He has the money to actually buy than like 7/8 of a nuke. He'll get it if he gets a little bit more feed. But one nuke here kills these 3 tanks. And then hits the tanks. They're not going to be able to refeed by the time he unsieges his tanks, walks them forward, and then has them attacking while they're moving. That might be the way to get bottom left kind of off your case.
Another scout by Kurdo. I mean, Kurdo knows how big they are.
He has to know that they're way behind.
Yeah. But if they switch now, you're going to allow Trigger with... How much is Trigger floating right now? 9K. Shit, dude. So, yeah. Top right, like, I want to say top right's fucked no matter what. So, they get to choose who wins this game, but... Because there's no way...
Yeah, I agree. They can't move the tanks forward. Unless they get a nuke, which would also fucking destroy Trigger.
But there's...
not going to walk into these 4 tanks. And they come out alive, basically. The forward one from Trigger first try.
That's hilarious. Little by little. But,
left, or I'm sorry, top right, chilling.
They're trying to get that vision. They're trying to get that vision. Oblivion's trying to get that vision.
This Trigger's own tank must have hit that, or one of their tanks must have hit that front tank from Trigger.
Shit.
And they're just streaming, trying to get vision. That is tough.
Trigger should be repairing as he is. I think he should build one more bunk, like throw turrets in front of basically where Kurdo's army is right now. Throw turrets, like 6 of them, and try and build a bunk just to be safe.
And here comes the switch. Oh my gosh, this fucking
man.
Like
Trigger will figure it out and needs to. Oh my God, these tanks are wide open. Please, please move them, please. Okay.
But you like
Trigger doesn't see that, which is unlucky.
Didn't he just put 15 minutes?
Yes, I did. I did.
I mean, so I guess they're just gonna play for a draw now.
Trigger should know that's actually a meme because his teammate can see the whole map. Not communicating. He's building another tank. Fuck these bunk. Oh, he's building 1 bunk and then 1 extra tank.
He's going to try to expand out to the left. He wants to make sure that he can wipe out left and stay committed because they'll run out of time by then.
This is
Oblivion loses a bunk.
Ridiculous.
I don't think Trigger's going to play for a draw. Let's see what he does here. He's got enough SCVs.
Maybe not Trigger, but top right's going to, they had a chance to kill Trigger, and kind of do a 2v2, but...
This is, I'm going to assume Trigger's better because Trigger just sniped the bunk with a tank, because why not? But Trigger still has 13 speed.
He has 40k above Oblivion. 40k above Oblivion, and you have top right, trying to attack top or bottom left. Jeez.
I've maxed out my upgrades, which probably wasn't optimal. I'm learning. Got to download this shit.
Cash IR in the stream is saying, when I'm in this position, I always get finished off. Why do they not do the same to Trigger?
And Trigger's like 40k above everyone else. It just makes no. I don't. It's mind-boggling, like I said earlier.
Trigger gets another tank down and a bunk.
And here comes, the push of Trigger's 5 tanks in the bottom right-hand side. That bunker is toast.
Honesty from Fred. He did use his nuke earlier.
Oh my God.
You're just going to march forward. These tanks are set up. Okay, there you go. Oblivion. Oh, this is a spot where I feel like Oblivion should give control to Fred and allow him to micro tanks. Like, you're going to get the army quashed up a little bit, but you actually have to have, especially versus Trigger, you need to defend both sides. Like, you already saw the side switch from top right. Like, they're going to come and get you if they feel like they need to. And Trigger is going to march all of these tanks over inevitably over to this side. So you kind of, like, this looks cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tanks, but they have to go to the right.
It looks like they're choosing Trigger.
Good.
His bunk is going to die to his own tanks. He doesn't. He backs off. Gets a cancel on his bunk before it gets smashed.
Oblivion, given the tertiary option right now.
Well,
and Trigger's going to go for it.
Can they?
No, this was... jeez. Okay, well, maybe...
Well, this is probably Trigger because he just saw Kurdo make a decision, but Kurdo didn't call it out. Too late.
Oh my God! And here comes all these tanks.
But
and Kurdo just lost half his army.
I definitely think Trigger will like backstab them like any minute now. Once like bottom right's like a little weak, he's gonna backstab them with a bunch of turrets.
Oh, Kurdo didn't have many good options there, but running around the army and losing everything for no value was clearly not the best.
Got 4 bunkers drop down immediately.
He's got it. He's on a time limit.
God, look at this shit.
10 minutes left to go.
I'm telling you, this is the same episode on repeat. There are different players, but it's the same episode. Trigger just does it every time.
They can't.
Goes a tank. They're done. Top right is done. They're done. They have equal number of tanks effectively. Can Trigger hold this off? There's 2 players. I think some of the time Trigger should actually backstab. I don't think he will, because I think he's actually an honest, open guy, but like, it feels like backstabbing's got to be the right play for him to have a chance to win.
No, I think he's just gonna, I mean, he still has, what, 3,000? He's gonna get a lot of money killing all this stuff up here. He's just gonna build big and legitimately go at it. He'll be back up to almost equal size by the time top right dies.
Macro.
Look at
this man's macro.
6.
Oh my god, dude.
7, 8. Wow, just like the 8 bunkers. Done in less than a couple minutes.
Can only get so turned on, Trigger. Please. Please, this is so good. This is incredible. Building a tank, building 2 bunks at the bottom, building 2 bunks at the top, microing your army, and microing tanks.
See, calling it out. Stream guys don't know what the status is of everything going on in Oblivion with, 6 tanks of his own and everything. Just giving a little quick scout around the map so they can see how this is unfolding.
I'll believe it when their top right is completely dead, but this looks like an honest-to-goodness truce that lasted.
I mean, if that, it'll
unbelievable.
So they have no choice but to cut top right now. And once again, this is definitely Relentless's fault. He makes this mistake every single game, and he's paying for it once again.
He's got to move tanks in defensive position, like 1 or 2.
Wait, because he wants his 2 bunkers to finish.
These tanks are out of position.
Yeah, wait a minute. Why? Sure, still dead. Just kill him.
Trigger actually has all 3 of those tanks dead if he goes for him right now.
Right there.
If he walked all of his tanks over and then walked his army over, I think he kills those 3 tanks.
The arc light cannons, I see him shooting a little bit here and there.
17 armor on those tanks. It's going to take some damage, although they have 16 on the other side.
Big game hunters, no rush, 15 minutes. That's not what this is, Trigger.
Well, there's tanks everywhere. What is going on with the tanks?
What's he doing?
Finish! No,
Trigger lost an SCV there, a little goofy. I still say there's a couple tanks need to come down here to protect this.
Trigger. Trigger needs to, siege 1 tank.
A couple tanks at the top, a couple tanks at the bottom, I think is optimal for Trigger. Trigger's just cutting out their army. We not gonna have a draw? No, don't Trigger, don't do it. And this is dead.
That's it. This is it. Here we go.
Don't care who wins. Congratulations, everybody just won. No draws, boys.
And then, like I said, this is Relentless's fault for once again, doing this to himself.
These tanks
should be attacking. He should A-move, and there they go. I wonder how many kills they're gonna get. This one is definitely gonna go down. God, he only lost 1, and they're not sieged. Oh, that turret is destroyed.
There you go.
Oh, Oblivion's army is gone. You can resupply here in a minute. Oh my god. Trigger will figure it out.
Oblivion, siege your tanks!
Turrets like crazy. Good call.
Wow.
There's 1 bunker is half built. It's hilarious. Oblivion's gonna lose this 1 tank, it looks like. Oh, he micros it? Good micro. Good. If it survives, great shit. Oh, it doesn't survive.
Whoa! Fred kind of misclicked in there, I think, a little bit. Okay.
This is, okay, so Fred should actually not run at the tanks. I know it's kind of annoying not to be able to do, but you should definitely split, like, you have to split Trigger. You have to split. Running at these tanks has got to be the worst play. You have to go towards the bottom, or you have to have Oblivion at the top at the same time.
Yeah, I think that's definitely Oblivion's job since he has the speed and the Reaper, so go up and start, taking out, bunkers from the top. Do like a base raid right now. Base raid, go.
Trigger rocking 800 to 900 APM through all this.
Oh my god, it's so sexy, dude. Oh, Trigger gonna lose a tank? No, he micros out at the right time.
ahead.
Trigger finally built supply. He probably built that about 5 minutes ago, but like first supply at about an hour and a half into the game. Crazy.
Yeah.
Oblivion really needs to work around. Funny enough, they should actually be able to hold middle because of the fact you can't see into the middle. They should be able to build upward. Trigger's clearly going to just walk to the left.
Oblivion will be able to kill bunkers faster than Trigger's army can. You know, I'm not talking about tanks, so he should be able to go up there and start taking out bunkers up there. That's what he should be doing.
Oblivion with the upgrade that makes him attack.
Can follow up with some turrets now.
This is right. Yes, you have to split Trigger. I wonder what triggers, if he reacts, how he reacts to this.
I think here he's just going to start turreting and then working his way back.
He's going back now, yeah. His tanks are going back. And this is what Oblivion should have did earlier,
That's actually a really good call, Drac. Trigger should... Oh, 2 SCVs land in the middle at the same time? Trigger should without... Oh my, is his army just split? He has controlled 6th or whatever. He's put these random stuff on the bottom left on a different control. And then micro the rest of his army. There's a bunk over to the right. Where's Trigger's SCVs? Okay, there they are, towards the bottom. I agree, Drac, it's the right play for Trigger to be able to throw turrets kind of in their back line. Cass is very good. Cass is always really good. Also, he thinks about it before I think about it. Good shit. And then he always does, executes it correctly to throw turrets in their back line to kind of screw up the resupply. Trigger's tanks? Okay, they're lined up. Being taking everything in the middle, which is clearly correct.
Hey, regardless of how this turns out, I love this ending.
This is a great game.
Amazing.
Yes, fun.
It's a great game.
And like right now, I don't know who's gonna win. This is insane.
Go ahead and put myself out there. If I was Trigger, I would lose. Like I don't think I can 2v1 two really good players with all these tanks. Like I just can't.
So far, it was looking pretty good for Trigger, but it's looking more every day. Not so good.
Yeah, so like it's finally up. They're Fred and Oblivion are finally taking control of this game or taking control. But Oblivion was like kind of being aggressive with his tanks. That's not what you want to do right now. You want to.
Oh my gosh!
Oh no! Did they just overextend?
He's gonna lose one.
Down.
He got aggressive. He got too aggressive.
He's gonna lose his army here, and I don't think he's gonna get a tank. Oh, he might.
Look at the micro. It's because he knew the splash was gonna kill him.
Trigger lost a tank too.
Fair trade. Trade definitely goes towards bottom left. Like, if they just trade off evenly, like, clearly the 2 players are going to be able to expand faster.
Yeah.
Oblivion, yes. This is what needs to happen. He has to get pulled in 2 directions. God, he just doesn't have the supply, like the resupply. 20 across.
Yeah, I think if he would have just turned it up in here at the end when he had a little bit of control and then went back, it would have been much better for him. It would have at least taken their tanks out of position.
Oh, look at Oblivion building supply like crazy across the top. Oh my god, and he's going to get 600 free minerals. Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Oh, but he needs to be careful of his tank, though. His tanks are getting tanked.
He's going to lose these 2 tanks. If he gets a bunk, it might be worth it. He's definitely going to lose 1. Okay, he loses 1. Oh, that one's almost dead.
Yeah.
Trigger's going to lose a bunk to Fred.
Yeah, losing the bottom. Living the right-hand side.
I don't want to ask this of Trigger, but he really needs to... Oh, and he is. His SCVs needs to repair his tanks. Like, he's doing everything right, but, like, one little extra thing. Oh, he throws turrets to get matched by a tank, though. Loses 2 bunkers to Fred Army. What are Fred's capped upgrades? Nice, he's capped. Look at the map. Like, this, I don't want to say the game's over, but yeah, it's...
I think it's only a matter of time, like, until Oblivion maxes out and just kind of, just 1As or, like, walks through the army with tanks.
Oblivion has queued up supply across every single square. Oh, he just unqueues it by, like, he missed the shift clip. But he had queued it up across the entire top of the map.
What does he have? What's his mineral count at?
Mineral count?
1,100. Oh, yeah.
1,300 and 160 supply.
Okay.
And I don't think Trigger can win. I'm not saying it's over, but I don't think he can. It'd be tough. Man. Will the tanks do him in? No, will not.
Bunker upgrades are 20 and 20 right now.
This bunker is going to go down.
But 2 more are about to finish in the bottom, so...
What? Man, I love this. This is amazing. This is zone control right here.
how does Trigger win? If he wins this, it'd be incredible. I just don't see how he wins it, but he's sure as hell giving it a good shot.
Kind of looks like he's giving up his back line here.
Yeah.
I think he wants to
move to the left.
Yeah.
And,
get away from middle.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy, like how he's able, to build, secure extra bunkers and push at the same time. But he's paying for it though, so.
Incredible. I made a oh my god! I made a comment earlier that he had 5 tanks with a total of 5 kills. Promise, one of these tanks has 562 kills.
Yeah. See a middle one. And I'm sure those are all upgraded units too. So.
Well, Trigger got a nuke and uses it.
Whoa!
There's enough in the bank to build one. He is building one. Or the silo looks like it's building. I assume he's building one. He has more than enough in the bank to buy another one. Oh!
Look at that.
This has to die.
Yeah.
By his own tanks. Yeah, by his own tanks.
And there's GG.
Trigger. Also, well, let me not say that. Congratulations, Oblivion. Congratulations, Fred. Very well played.
Yeah, that was a great last game, guys. Stay tuned. We'll be rolling with some After Dark games shortly. See you then. No, it does not go down. Holy. That was so close to death. But meanwhile, it looks like ZCLEAGUES is going to get eliminated from this matchup. Bunker is in the orange. It's now in the red. ZCLEAGUES is calling dead. And GG for top left ZCLEAGUES. Yeah, I think so. I think what they're counting on is if they can eliminate top left, it's automatically going to force a 4v2 against bottom left. I think that's their plan. Look at how close that bunker was to death, getting pushed back. Otacon and Kurto going for the tank snipe. They're going to get the tank.
Huge. It's game changing right there.
Honestly. Oh, but Cyrus is maybe going to be able to get that bunker up because everyone's pushing towards middle right now.
Great cut there from Otacon and Cyrus. A little bit overextension though, it looks like. Oh my gosh! Like if they get the SCV snipe.
To get the SCV?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh
poor
boy.
Cyrus. Looks like both bunks will get canceled.
Over trigger with that Reaper composition he has.
Oh yeah, for sure. Alright, so it looks like it's pretty much all on trigger. I mean, RC is trying to just rebuild, so he's, trying to do what he can.
Yeah, but
if he gets this, he's going to be able to definitely win this game, I believe.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Wow, Trigger saves
1,500 points on that bunker left.
Yeah, what are the upgrades?
Upgrades whatsoever, it just melts. They're gonna keep rolling.
They might be able to get a second one right now.
He dumps 3/3 armor, but it's already 50% down in health.
There he goes.
Oh my gosh.
So close, so close.
It goes down.
Wow.
But at what cost though? Look at them. Look at
yeah, they're, well, okay. Well, top left just saved them from utter destruction. All the sniping
going for the bunk, and he got it. I actually would not have done that in game, so good shit, dude. Good play.
And I'm surprised we saw this last game too. Actually, from Oblivion, he got punished with this early supply. That seems to be the thing going on right now. But look, this supply depot is just gonna fall. He ignores the supply. He goes right for the back bunker. He goes right for the back.
Crazy.
Wow.
Oh, and RCJH Cyrus is tanking. That's why they're doing it. Look, Fred's going up for the tank snipe right now. Cyrus sees it, gets the first shot off, but it's still going to be enough. They might just trade tanks, though. It is going to be a tank trade automatically. Will they be able to roll through and get Trigger's bunker right after that is the question. They're focusing it down.
Yeah, top right.
Oh, don't run.
Don't run. Finish the bunker. All right.
It was over. Okay, get saying. Woo. Game. Just saying.
Yeah, it's more just it's an all-in strategy, and I think this is where we see Oblivion die. I don't think they're gonna switch on this.
Oh, on another note, I want you guys to notice his turret.
He can upgrade the tank. He didn't upgrade it.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, he
did.
They
didn't catch it. They didn't see the shift. Oh no! Maybe because Fred was typing. I have no idea. What a great play!
He needs more turrets. He needs more turrets.
One tank down.
Oh, he could have focused it.
Yeah, get the tank. Get the tank. He misclicked. He misclicked. Oh my gosh! Fred's gonna get the tank away.
Top left? Oh my goodness! I wonder what their win condition is if they mark top left.
I don't know if he can get this tank still. His guys just do no damage. Tank says 300, 200, 100. Oh, he barely goes down.
No.